Yeah. Y'all already know, man. It's Fat Nasty Podcast. I'm one half of the Belly Gang boys.
Let me put my belly on your butt, you heard?
We in full effect tonight, man. We in here working, man. We got some good people, some good entrepreneurs.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? They come here to pop some shit, man. This nigga Richie just had me laughing. And nigga said, you bitches ain't got no money for the first of the month. No, I can't pay no bills.
Uncle Nana, trash, bro.
Nigga said, Atlanta, what you said? You said, what was the meme you said? In Atlanta, if you what?
You need a good girl today, tomorrow they ain't got no lunch money.
They can't eat.
Starving or can't find their
They
rent.
ate all day.
Damn.
Yeah, Atlanta, y'all giving the girls a bad name, man. That was a hot girl summer or something, man.
They handing out stamps like NBA contracts, man.
Yeah. Get you some stamps. You get you some stamps, man. I'm buying them shit. What's up? And I'm only doing half. I ain't giving you no extra on it. I'm only doing half. I'll do half.
Nah, you got people trying to work one.
Yeah, they be trying to put the little extra 30, 40
Understood ain't got to be explained. You already know that.
Yeah.
Do you want this money or not?
Yeah, you got to get, it's supposed to be the half. It's supposed to be the half.
Yeah, you already know.
So look, man, we go around and ask everybody, man, introduce yourself, tell us what you got going on, tell us your IG. But before we do that, we always ask you, are you petty?
Nah, I'm not.
You not petty?
I'm not petty.
Okay, not petty. No pettiness in you.
No, I'm very. I can be petty.
Oh,
Everybody
you petty.
Can
Well,
be petty.
nigga,
No,
well,
I can be petty, but I'm really
petty,
not.
but I
I believe
petty.
that guy handle people far better than I can, so I really believe in his hands.
Okay, you put, oh man, you gonna die.
Yeah.
Somebody do it like that.
No,
like, oh, shit. Put the guys in. Let God.
COVID.
Hey, we was watching some shit last night, yo. This nigga had, people be using God in weird ways, bro. This nigga had like 30 wives, and he was marrying little girls that like 11 years old, bro. He had like a whole little
like they was living in
town
like
in
a
Utah.
It was an old movie or a new movie?
No, it's a
documentary.
documentary.
Yeah,
old.
Nah, this shit was like recent.
it was old. That shit was old as shit.
No, it wasn't. That nigga was going to the Gator football game and shit. Rich, that shit was like recent. He was still doing it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's still
Okay.
good.
I'm thinking you're talking
I
about like in goddamn.
No, not like past time old,
Yeah.
but I'm saying that shit was like at least like a 10-piece.
Yeah, but I think it was like a 10 piece.
yeah.
But home had these folks.
Recent though.
Yeah, no, it's still,
Hey, yo, but
crazy.
home had so much control with these folks. He was telling these folks, leave your kids and
Like a
you
cult.
leave.
He created his
He had a
own
cult.
religion. He had a
He had a
religion.
cult.
Like that
Yeah.
religion shit really
They kicked his
different.
brother out. His brother said he had 23 kids. He took all his kids from him and told his brother he was no part of the cult no more. So I not mean he about to be fucking his nieces and shit like that. That shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, he
That's
control
too
their
much power,
mind.
bro.
He control their
He
mind.
playing around too hard,
And
bro.
he's separated from the world, so when you
Yeah.
get him, he take them far out. They like on a
Yeah,
ranch,
yeah.
like you.
Right,
ain't-
in a
you
little
ain't
town.
He
so
reprogrammed.
So yeah, so he just
What?
telling you, and if you just grow up like
Because
that,
people desperate for love.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so bad, bro. It's people that like left that shit, right? And he went to jail and all that. It's people that still won't
Believe in it.
won't even come see their moms. Like their moms and them on left, and they still ain't fucking with
had
them.
them
Like
coming
that's
to
how
see
bad
him,
it
he
is.
still giving them.
Yeah, they.
That shit
Got no
wild.
nigga like that.
That shit
God
wild.
damn. So you could be petty then. She just put it in God's hand.
Yeah, but I can be petty, but I try
Don't
not
let
to
it
be.
okay. Put it in God's hand. He might die. My boy, are you petty?
Nah, I ain't petty.
You don't got no pettiness in you?
Nah.
The
I ain't
homeboy just
petty.
looked at you like you lying, man.
Nah.
Okay, you gotta watch Doom. Doom start making faces and shit.
Nah, yeah, nah. I ain't never.
What
did
about
no
you, my
petty
boy?
shit.
You petty?
Nah, I for sure can be petty.
Oh, you can be petty.
What's your sign?
For sure.
Uh-oh.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, he's petty.
Oh!
Don't blame
petty.
him. Don't blame You
He's
don't
petty.
use his sign for him being a shitty
your
person.
sign?
You can't. Don't
Hold on,
believe
hold
it.
on.
I'm an air
Hell no.
sign. I'm an air
How's an
sign.
Aquarius being a shitty
No,
person?
No, I'm
Aquarius.
saying that trait just being petty. Like,
Yeah, they don't
You
give
can't
a
use
fuck.
that
They
as,
don't give a fuck
uh,
about nobody
ain't
I'm saying the way you
always
might be
bad,
doing.
though.
So you can be petty.
I mean, yeah, I can be petty sometimes.
What's some
for
petty
sure.
shit you done did before?
Man, I might like if I know that you be taking so long to come outside, I might say I'm outside, 15 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the highway,
Oh, you
but
got
I'm gonna
petty
tell you
like
I'm
that.
outside. And then
I
nigga
think
might
Richie
be
was
like,
on time
damn,
today,
bro,
actually.
why the
That was the
hell
first
why
thing
the
he
hell
had.
you said you outside? Shit, bro, I knew you were gonna take.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I knew you were
That
gonna
ain't
take
too bad
20
of
minutes.
pettiness. That's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, that ain't
What
too
was
bad.
the
But
petty shit
that's
you
just
done
the tip of it though.
did? Yeah, that's just you knowing your homeboys. That's knowing their status. What's some petty shit you done did before?
Shit. I don't really
You
do
don't do no
it. But
petty
I don't
shit,
do
okay.
petty shit.
You ever did some petty shit before?
Yeah,
What was it? It was bad.
it was bad.
You can tell us.
I will. I'm not gonna tell y'all, but I'll tell y'all. So, I like to prove people wrong.
Okay.
I'm a Gemini.
Yo, I just heard Gemini. So that real, the Gemini people really got two different.
Gemini's is like.
So no, you know
They got
what?
mad different personalities.
No, you know what it is? We're emotionally driven. So I'm emotional based. So all my decisions come out of emotion for the most part. So me trying to focus on logic is a lot harder. Except for in business. Business is logic, but when it comes to the heart, we real emotional. So don't fuck with us.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, we're a fact. But
she know how to explain herself. Okay, Gemini.
Yeah.
One time for y'all Gemini, because she held it down.
Yeah, well, so me and Kanye West share the same birthday.
Okay.
I always tell people that. People are like, oh,
Shit,
I hate
right.
Kanye. Right,
got
but
the
you,
war show with
Emotionally
the
driven,
thing
though. She
is,
said
emotionally
What
driven
the hell?
because I'm going to tell you right
That makes
now.
sense.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Y'all don't even know if that was Kanye, man.
That might have been my cousin.
Yeah, they don't even know that was Kanye, man.
Now we heard the way he was talking.
I was like, that ain't Kanye.
What I was going to say is that, like, people even with Kanye West, like, as whatever you want to say about him, one, he is genius, and Geminis were charismatic, so people are naturally drawn to us, so people naturally follow him. But more importantly, it's not necessarily what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. So we're not able to communicate our emotions and what it is that we're thinking on the best level all the time. So what he's thinking is ahead of everybody else. So he's just saying it. It's not necessarily what he's saying that's wrong, it's how his delivery is.
Dame Dash or Gemini?
I don't know.
That'll make sense.
That would make sense.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, Dame be saying some, shout out to my boy Dame. Dame say some real shit.
That nigga
He
sound-
Yeah.
just said it
His
the
shit.
Wrong way.
Oh,
Yeah.
his
It's
shit.
like
But
you
he-
bitch ass nigga, you don't supposed to have a job.
Yeah, but he telling you was right, though.
Yeah.
He telling you
Or he
was
got
right,
into
though.
that
I like
debate
that.
about
Yeah.
ownership. He got into that debate about ownership with the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
And what he's saying.
He
is
was
My
saying
son
right,
cooking.
right.
These my son cookies,
yeah.
but he was right, though.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you gotta
exactly.
What
be
he was saying, look,
You
y'all
were
work
right,
for
though.
a nigga.
What's
Yeah.
May
Bitch,
3rd? He was born May 3rd.
Oh, that's a fucking Taurus. I don't fuck with
yeah.
Tauruses.
Oh,
But shout out to Dame though. You know what?
shout out
You
to
know what?
Dame.
It's so crazy. Dame get a lot of heat for shit. But y'all gotta remember back in the days, he was doing a lot of breaking down the doors for Rockefeller. So after him breaking down all them doors and shit and telling niggas, y'all, nah, nigga, fuck y'all, nigga, this our brand, nigga, we standing by it, nigga. So down when it come back around to him, he don't got the money no more. Niggas like, boy, you don't get your goofy ass around here. So now niggas ain't really fucking with him. Like how he supposed to be fucked with, because they ain't supposed to be monumental. He did some shit that he was one of the niggas that, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like for music.
He's still legendary. Yeah,
Nah, I'm
he's
just
still
saying, but
legendary.
I'm
He a
talking about how
legendary.
he supposed to be though, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a vision for everybody.
But they ain't
Rich.
stand on certain morals and stuff that you can't go to a certain level if you gonna keep them type of morals and shit.
Right,
So
you get what I'm saying? So
that's why I fuck with
No
that.
funny shit.
like I said, like when you go back and watch a lot of shit, he was a nigga like, no, nigga, we rockin' Rockefeller, like, nigga, we promoting this, we promoting this. And he burnt so many bridges with them niggas because he was cursing them niggas out, letting niggas know like, this is what we standing on. If you ain't fucking with this shit, then don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
So niggas like, okay.
Cause you
So
gotta
from the
understand,
time
a lot
we
of
gotta come
folks
back
only
around,
care
you
about
know?
the bottom line. You
Yeah.
feel me? You fucking up the money. But I'm really right. But
Right.
shit, at the end of the day, you fucking up the money.
Right.
So
right.
shit.
So it's just like you said, it's a way to handle business. That's what she just said. Like when you take your emotions and shit out of it, and you have a real conversation with somebody. Like I can't talk to you disrespectful if we having a business conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't talk to you like I'm in the streets.
Did y'all just watch that Diddy documentary on Netflix?
Nah, he got one on.
You got a net?
Yeah.
What?
I
Damn,
gotta
I'm a
check
room
him
full of
out.
niggas and y'all ain't seen it? Like, it's so
Netflix
good.
don't do a good job of showing you the
Nah,
like, the
but
shit.
Diddy, and that's what he said. He said he struggled. He said when he was younger, he was cursing everybody out in boardrooms and shit like that. He was getting argumentative. He said, I had to learn how to talk to the masses. I had to learn how to talk business-like because I was shutting so many doors, not being able to communicate properly with the right
I
people.
can believe it though.
Yeah, and he said that was
Like
one of his struggles.
like it's crazy. Like my boy just did he did a snippet for us today. He had that song. That one song when he was cursing French out on that what's the name on that Nobody.
Yeah.
He was going in, and he was like that's how he really was talking to him. But if you look at it back in the days, he was showing niggas like,
That's one
nigga,
of the
if you ain't
hardest
gonna walk and
ones,
get this cheesecake, you don't want this shit bad enough. Like nigga, we just did New York City again. Like we from up there.
But
That's a
why
good
we
walk.
so worried about the delivery instead of the message?
See, that's a lot.
Because sometimes the
Because-
way, because of how stuff's
said,
being said to
somebody-
you,
yeah.
you sometimes
I'm
it don't
saying,
register.
but
Yeah,
if I
somebody
mean
yelling-
well, my intentions
but
are
look,
well. Like,
okay,
like,
somebody
this
come
my-
to you, all right, just how you sit down. If a nigga just come yelling, he might say it's gonna be like,
But if I don't know
excuse me, nigga. You looking like, even though he said excuse me, you looking like, bro.
And it's that keyword right there. It's that I don't know you.
I don't know you.
People don't
But if
know.
like if
people.
I'm arguing with him, if I'm telling him something, like me, I'm the type of person. I'm just like that. Like I'm blunt. You feel me? Like I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. Like if you telling me a situation about you and your significant other, I'm gonna keep asking about you. Like what you did, you feel me? Like I'm just blunt, you know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I ain't rude, but I'm blunt, you feel me? And some people may take that as, oh, what the fuck? Like this nigga talking to me crazy, but I'm really right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you wrong. You is you looking at how I'm telling you?
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, it's always two sides to a story anyway. So like if you got a real, no, I'm saying, but if you got a real partner, he gonna ask you what you did. Nigga.
But
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
it's
What-
still some.
like, any situation that go on, we gonna ask. Like, all right, you gave me your side. Now, what did you do?
Yeah,
nigga?
you gotta
know what
take
I'm saying?
accountability at the
Yeah.
end of the day. Like
That's real shit.
at
A lot
the
of
end
people
of the
know how to
day,
do
you
that.
gotta be responsible for what you did. Like you could somewhere in there you probably messed up, or you could have avoided it. Or something. You just when you self reflect, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
That's real shit.
So
That's
you
real
gotta be
shit.
your biggest critic at the end of the day.
That's hard. So since you're the only lady tonight, we're gonna let you introduce yourself. Tell them your IG and tell them what you know, what you got going on.
I don't even know if I know my IG.
Oh shit.
Um,
that's the first one. See, that's the first one we had on Fat Nasty.
It's Banai, but
Mm.
it's BNAI, I think, __ Banai.
Okay.
And so I do a lot of things. I was a real estate agent a couple years ago, so I used to own properties and flip houses with my ex.
Mhm.
And then that transitioned into me opening a wine bar in 2020. So I own a wine bar called Viticulture in Rochester. Then
Going down.
yeah, and then I opened.
Don't nobody look. Rochester niggas do not go fuck her shit up. It's a wine bar. down
They
there.
already know.
That's
They
one
already
thing about my
know.
city. They come to your city. Yo, y'all heard about the wine bar? Yo, we pull it up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's hard though. Go ahead.
And then I opened up a full-blown fine dining restaurant called Brick and Ivy in July of last year, and then I just sold it in April of this year.
Damn, what happened? You don't like the restaurant business?
Hated it. Nah,
Tough,
I
it's
no.
Tough, though. It's tough though.
So actually, it wasn't that tough.
It wasn't?
No, selling myself has always been kind of a thing. So I got a lot of press from it, things like that. People find me attractive or pretty or whatever, or mixed or whatever the case may be. So the business itself wasn't hard. It was doing great. And then, but my weight was up, my weight was down. And so I met with a gentleman named Josh Miles. And if any of y'all from Rochester, he owns 6 different restaurants in Rochester. He owns a Revelry. He owns Ochino. He owns all these lavish, expensive restaurants. I sat down with him, and he said his first restaurant that he opened, he had 7 business partners and $700,000. And I own Viticulture and Brick and Ivy by myself. And it was just so stressful. Like hair loss, weight up, weight down, morning and night. I was attached to that. And so like me and my daughter just now, she just graduated 3rd grade. She in there. And last week we were just in Philly. This week we in Atlanta, and then we leave for Atlanta with y'all, and then we about to be gone until next week. And then so it's just I would have never been able to do that with the restaurant. And so I'm more about quality of time, and there's other ways to make money. So I told my grandmother begged me. She's like, "Don't give it up. It's doing so good." I said, "I don't want it." And then someone came in and they offered me double what I put into it, so I got rid of it, and I said, "I'm out." Yeah, so
Double up. That's what we want.
yeah,
That's what business is about.
Yeah.
That's the
what-
only thing I don't be like you put your heart and soul into that shit, and that shit was dope, and it's just like that's what we do. Like I hate that we sold BT. I heard that, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that.
A lot
we
of
don't have
people.
shit no more. You know
A lot
what
of
I'm saying?
people
Like,
got
only
on
thing we
me
really got
about
right now
that.
fighting for is Tyler Perry. He got his own shit. You gotta respect him because he's the only nigga holding on to his
Hold
shit.
down.
You get what I'm saying? Like and like Revolt getting took over by, you know what I'm saying, by black. So it just be like, I wish you would have did it because
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
be
A lot of people, I got a lot of shit from people who were like, "Oh my God, we loved it. We loved it there. We loved it. There was a spot for black people to come to." And I mean, like I said, it was tons of Caucasians. It was on South Clinton across from like Spielberg and stuff like that. So my primary people were Caucasians. And then obviously, but the black people came there. So I did get a lot. And
when you know you're doing it dope though. That means you can do it again. Though.
yeah,
That means you can
people
do it again
liked
and do it better.
Yeah,
enjoying
and
yourself
that's
right
another
now.
thing too.
Yeah,
So
you can
like,
do it again and do it better.
I signed that lease in May, and I opened that restaurant in July. And so I do everything myself, from like even down to me and my girlfriend in there putting up the signs on the windows ourselves, to painting the walls, to putting up. I do my website myself. I do my liquor licensing myself. I do my health permits myself. I do all the shit myself.
Cooking?
So
You cooking?
nah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't doing that yet.
That be the thing too with the restaurants. Like you'll think a chef that you know, like a chef that you know that like, oh yeah, man, he got his own restaurant, but he stopped cooking in the restaurant, so the food don't be the same.
And well,
Like not to knock.
for sure.
Like I be mad. You know who I'm mad at? Too Cool Chef, because that nigga look like he nice. But his restaurant don't, like, it ain't
the
him back there cooking no more.
Yeah.
His face on it, but the food ain't just like him.
but that's what you gotta do. One of the greatest books I ever read was called The E-Myth, and there's 4 levels of business. There's an entrepreneur, there's a manager, there's an employee, and there's a technician.
Right.
And what most people fail at is that they get too invested in their business. So I am that person who was like, if I have to like clean the toilets or whatever when I'm there, I know how to make all our drinks and bartend. I do know how to make our different meals and things like that. But I surround myself with people who know more than I know. So when I opened a wine bar, I didn't know about wine, but I went and got me a somm, worked with him. He helped me build my list. Same thing with the restaurant. I didn't know. I mean, I know how to eat, but I don't know about doing a menu. I found a chef. He made the menu, and like we built it together in that way. But where people get lost is those chefs then trying to open up a restaurant and they're stuck there 24/7. That would be like a 90-hour week, like instantly.
Yeah,
quickly,
that's another thing. Like
quickly.
And I think you know what though. That's why I think like when you a dope chef, like because Too Cool a dope chef. You know what I'm saying? I done had his food before, like when he was working in the what's his name. But like I think
he out of Detroit.
I think he out of
Shout out
Detroit.
Detroit.
So I think what his thing is that he need to do is like probably before like you probably need to take like 2-3 months and let people see how
you
know,
do
lot
it.
of, you
You gotta train.
You know, like a lot of dope chefs they
Yeah.
don't measure their shit or nothing. They not motherfuckers just with their hand and what they feel is good. Then you got a nigga like you like, hey man, what you just did? Like my mom told me, my mom one of the best cooks I know. She told me she can't make a cookbook. I'm like, why not? She's like, because I don't measure my shit. She's like, I just know that it's the right shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think it's hard for
She
chefs
can make
transitioning
cookbook.
to
A little bit of this, a lot of that, a sprinkle of
Everybody a little
this.
different. I put a lot of salt on my shit.
That would be hard though.
Yeah, it's just in her language. You feel me? How she can explain it.
Crazy.
And put your
I
shit
just
to
put
your
my
own
hand in there. I
discretion,
got a handful, son.
It was really hard for him to let go of the kitchen and not be the cashier and the chef.
Yep.
And everything else.
Yeah, shout out to Big Days too.
That's
yeah.
how they say that's one of the number one or number two reasons that a business will fail. If you are someone who does this for yourself, like if you own a bakery and you bake, don't. Like, you need to be able to remove yourself from it. If you're a cook, you need to be able to remove yourself from it. If you're this, you need to be able to remove yourself from it because, and luckily for me, I don't got attachment to nothing. Businesses are built to be sold, like Jay-Z says, so that's where I'm at with it. Businesses are built to be sold, but if there was something I was, like, so extremely passionate about, that's where the downfall, they say.
Dang, I could believe that, though. I could see that because, like, at the end of the day, like, those type of businesses, like, cooking and stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
that's
hard
your
to,
heart.
like,
Hey, you good
like
at it.
I watched that too because like his fiance is Pinky. She on Slutty Vegans, and she went to school with me. And like when she was in mass media when we was in school with at Clark, and then looked around. Now she got probably one of the biggest restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go to Slutty Vegans. She dope right now. You know what I'm saying? But like if you listen to her go listen to her on
shit going on.
she got go listen to her
Vegan
on
is
your
a trend
leisure,
right now.
podcast when she talk about like business, like you know what I'm saying, patting yourself, everything like. Your brand that you got, all the shit that you got, like you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta take that, but it'd be hard to step away from it. You get what I'm saying? Like when if you especially like when you a chef, you like, I can't walk away from this shit. Just I gotta make sure this shit right. You get what I'm saying? When you put your heart into it, but you said sometimes that'd be too passionate for it.
Yeah, and it just depends. But like some chefs, I done met several chefs. My first chef turned out sleeping in my business, drinking my alcohol and all this other stuff. Day of my interview with the Democrat and Chronicle, I came in, he had 2 randoms in there and cigarette butts and shit all in my bar and all this stuff. And I had like
That's crazy because you know what? I just seen that shit. Like I thought that shit niggas be playing, but it was just like
no,
it was like on one of the cooking TV shows.
No, a girl and a man, homeless people that he got off the street, and he was in there. And mind you, he's worked at all these reputable restaurants in Rochester, and literally was in there. I came in, and the girl was like arguing with me. I was like, oh my goodness, y'all need to get.
You don't even know this is my shit.
Yeah, well, she was a Caucasian woman, and she felt the need to tell me that with your fake Puerto Rican ass. I said, bitch, I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm black and white. But either way, where you going with this? Like, where you going? Right, but she tried to say.
But it's so crazy though.
Yeah.
I be watching the cooking networks and shit. I seen that a dude.
I like Bar Rescue.
A dude was running his chefing business out of a restaurant that he worked for. So he was using like all the inventory and shit and cooking and shit. So the chefs really be doing that type of shit.
Oh yeah, and that's why it's so hard too, because they like when you ordering your food and stuff like that, that's usually your chef's job. Especially if you own a franchise and stuff. Honestly, big large companies they
probably get done dirty.
They
like
get done, but they also account for that. There's literally a loss in their like profit margins of like how much they expect people to steal or take or whatever the case may be, because you're running a cash business. Everyone's taking cash. My service was making $800 a week just in tips, like more than I was making shit at the time. I was just like, damn, y'all making. Yeah, I had a fine dining. So they was doing lamb chops and like I was doing lamb chops and halibut and stuff like that. But That's what happens. Like when they do the ordering, they order the food typically because you're already doing other stuff as the owner. So when they ordering food, they might be ordering food for their household. They might be ordering extra lambs and steaks that you don't need. That's why you gotta check them reports and sales reports. Okay, like how many steaks did we sell this week? How many is in the refrigerator this week? And it's like, but it's so
That's
tedious.
We know so many people who be working and running their moves.
I ain't gonna lie.
I got so many
Yeah.
plugs at
I ain't mad
restaurants.
because a couple chef niggas be like, yo,
Yeah,
pick
fuck
up a box
yeah.
of shrimp.
But the
Oh,
alcohol,
man.
yeah, and, or say, or what
Yeah, like,
happened
nigga, I got a
is.
nigga right now. I'm like, yo, Nate, yo, come grab a box of these lambies. Be
But
out
what
there, low. I ain't coming.
the
Yeah.
alcohol is what really be it too, because everybody.
Oh, it's
come in,
hard. It's
and
hard to-
everybody a friend. Oh, this is my sister. This is my friend. So I want to show in the house, and liquor. If you watch like bar rescue and shit like that, you can lose like $1 million a year just from overpouring liquor.
I ain't gonna lie. Liquor,
That's why my son
liquor,
said, yo, that
liquor
shit
the hardest
over
shit.
Yeah.
Liquor the
My
hardest
son,
shit to what's
now
his
they
name?
see.
It
He
is.
said he
to
done.
Like
the
the
way we-
monitor.
The way we used to drink.
We come in there. I know
Ain't
we
nothing
don't
like
put
a good bartender,
I know we don't
man.
put up a lot of good bartenders.
Yeah,
Like,
like a good
they
bartender.
fucking with us. and they
All
hit
my
us
niggas
with
who
it.
move around the A, you
It's
get you a
like,
bartender who fuck
for
with you.
real.
But you
Man.
also need that because, like to your point, like that's what bring people in too. So if you know you got
And
good
you
party,
strong.
and honestly, if
That's why I
your
fuck with
party,
the Mexicans. Shout out to the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Mexicans gonna get you
But
drunk.
we had
Fuck.
bartenders, man, and I ain't gonna put my bartender on blast, but my bartenders, I love y'all. But
Yeah.
it's like we would go in there, our tab could be damn near, if we was to be spending the actual what we was getting, could be
700, 900.
yeah, nothing less than a rack, easy, and be paying 300,
but smart
and then we
bartenders.
tip them good.
That's what I was about to say. They
she
do that so they get
she
their
man, I
money.
know
I
my
was about to
guys
say,
are
if
coming
you
in this
smart-
bitch,
But I ain't
and we
gonna lie
busting
though.
it down.
Like you said though, because a nigga like a nigga, I never seen that bartender lose her job.
Nah.
And
No.
she did that.
Keep the traffic.
Because
Shut that
the
bitch
traffic is just as important as.
Because there's a motherfucker that's gonna come in there that they don't fuck with that they gonna get that real tab to. They gonna
and the upcharge on liquor crazy.
Yeah.
I
And if
will
you
buy
drinking,
a
you
bottle
gotta
of.
think you gotta be paying for food or something like, I can't do you on the food, but I got you on these drink. Boom. Nigga gonna order up the food and chill, kick it like, oh fuck it, you fucking with us on this. We gonna eat good. So
And the
we
more
gotta
drunk
bless
you get, the
yeah,
more you spending naturally.
People
That's
coming
why
in,
strip
man.
clubs. Y'all know
Yeah.
strip clubs are spots that's gonna get you drunk the most.
They
of
give you
the
the
time.
heavy
They
shit.
gonna pour
Nigga,
it
like, let
up.
me get a shot. Nigga, bring you out one of these. Damn, shot.
Yeah, that's why I fuck with the Mexicans. Because the
Throw that
Mexicans gonna
money.
get you right.
Yeah.
They gonna be like, yo, bring me some more of those. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
But like
Uh,
my wine bar, literally, I buy a bottle of wine for $10. I can sell that shit for $48. I sell it for $48 just so for them to come and have the experience
That's a
of me.
trap.
Yeah.
What you were getting shut home and putting your label on
You got
it?
the trap going up.
You were getting like shut home and putting your label on it?
No, well actually, no. But me and
That's a good ass
Yo,
count.
I ain't gonna lie though. Y'all know it's like all the gas stations in Atlanta now sell champagne and wine and
Yeah.
shit.
yeah.
Talking about like Bel Air and all that shit in gas stations.
I was
Yeah.
shocked when I just went to Target and they were selling wine in there.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wine
different.
and all types of shit.
Yeah.
No, liquor. Now Walmart sell liquor in Florida. I know
I
that
can
for sure.
open
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You open whatever you want.
But I ain't mean to cut you out. I ain't mean to cut you out.
Naraya.
What? Walgreens where at?
Now, fuck with me, man. Stop.
Damn, Florida be on that. Florida tough. I know Walgreens. I know Walmart.
Nah, yeah, it be so high though, it be pointless.
Oh, okay. Nah.
2 for 30 what?
Right.
Rosé champagne.
2 for 30 what?
Not the Moet.
No, Rose, boy, you getting shine down.
You
You getting that just shine down.
They
You
don't
not
get
getting
Moet.
bullshit. Oh, Bel Air,
Bel Air,
oh yeah,
Bel
you
Air,
catch that.
Bel
I
Air
thought you
two
were
for
talking about Moe.
Bel Air 2 for the dub.
You not get that rose.
He talking about
Three
2
of
for
them.
Get no rose.
Yeah, you got 2 for the
Boy,
40.
you get 2 for 30 rose, boy. You
Not the Moet. They'll never go down.
they thought you were really rose in that
Yeah.
motherfucker. 2 for 30.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, my boy, introduce yourself, man. Tell them what you got going on. And I still ain't get a short say yet, so I feel some type of way.
Oh man,
Yeah,
man, I gotta get you
Last
right.
time I talked to Nick, I'm like, man, I gotta go to a funeral, so man,
Yeah, I gotta get you right. We gonna handle the business. But I'm Danny Cool, man. 1.5 for Danny Hill. Follow me at Ladies Love Danny Cool on our
Ladies
platform.
love Danny Cool.
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm
That boy
saying.
smooth.
Love
Follow-
Hey, yo, all my
DC.
sisters and shit watching this nigga, don't follow that nigga, man. I was like,
And go support my business, man.
yeah,
2
go
P's
ahead.
Apparel
You got some
Co.
good shit. You got some good
You
apparel.
know what I'm
and shit.
saying? Well, our motto is we less different than we are alike, man. At the end of the day, we 2 P's.
Okay.
2 P's.
Two
I like
Ps.
that though.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's
Y'all
up.
been
like-
pushing P down.
Yeah. You know, like a lot of people going around comparing themselves to other people living their life on this and that. You know, I'm just here to remind people, man, you one of a kind. You a star yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just like the next person.
That's what's up.
So once you come to that conclusion, you can be great just like anybody else.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what kind of music? I heard you fuck with the music too, so you know what I'm saying? What
Yeah,
kind of music you
yeah.
got out?
My album out, 2 P's in the pod. You can go check that out. Shout out to Solo Simo. I got a single coming out this month. You know,
All
Daddy
the
do.
time, I never knew you did no music.
Yeah, I did music. You was at the pop-up. I had them perform, but I think you had them left before I performed at the same pop-up that
What
G's
pop-up?
performed at.
Oh,
With
at
Big,
Booming
yeah,
Up Pop- oh,
with Big,
okay.
yeah. I had them performed at that
Oh, I know.
motherfucker.
That's
but
where I
yeah.
met you at too. I think.
Yeah,
okay.
I do. I had another page, but goddamn, it got hacked and shit.
Oh,
so I
man, you
had
just
to
put your
start
cash app up?
Nah,
man.
hell
You just do it for your cash app, man.
nah. That motherfucker got hacked. It wasn't no cash up. I'm texting Big. I'm thinking I'm helping a friend, cause they like, I need help getting my. I was just green, man. I'm just taking accountability. I was
nigga
green.
hit you
You
with
feel
from
me?
one of your friend pages.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
say I'm thinking it's you.
You supposed to know
feel
your
me?
partner don't never
And
talk
then
like
he
that.
like shit.
Cause they
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Nigga hit me
yeah.
and I read this. I said
know
nigga
what
this
it's
shit.
like.
I'm
I
like,
start asking crazy shit like, shit, where I stayed at.
Cause they
I was
start
asking that, I'm like, damn,
DMing
what
him from
happened?
my page. You feel me?
I
Like,
had hacked both of y'all shit there.
Nah.
nah,
Every time I
they ain't
got
go
that-
for it. They ain't go for it. Cause I was just texting Big on that motherfucker. Like, we talking like, but I'm thinking I'm helping a friend. Like, it's a friend or somebody else. You feel me? But it's just like a random text. Like, I need your number to get my password type shit. So I'm like, why the hell you need my number? I'm asking questions, but I'm like, damn, why the hell she just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm just give her the benefit of the doubt. That's why I say I was green. Like, I'm gonna just
Wait,
take
Atlanta got me
accountability.
right now. I don't want to pay a
I
parking
respect
ticket.
that.
I
You
don't
been
wanna
saying
pay
you
it.
grand. Nigga ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was
Shit,
green,
I'm
just
taking
saying,
accountability.
yeah,
I'm
that's
trying to
right.
help. You feel me? I
Right.
shouldn't have been too friendly trying to help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That shit just
They
be
come
sus
back
to
to you
me.
tenfold.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That shit just be because I swear I don't got them same in no message. But the thing is, the people who they don't try, it be people who I literally know. Like,
Yeah,
they
that's what
know
I'm
that
saying. Like,
this
I
ain't
know
what-
this
I know you ain't
person.
even
Like,
talking to me like that.
But
but
Like,
it
nigga
wasn't
hit
for
me
no
with,
money
like,
or no
bruh,
shit
I
like
said,
that.
No, nigga say I'm trying to get some money. I'm trying to get me something to eat. And it be my nigga who I know get money. Like what?
Nah, these
You
folks hit me
starving?
with like, my phone, son. I need your number to get my password
They
back.
say, I'm starving.
So I send them a number. So they like, shit, if you got
Send me a 50
down,
real quick so I can eat.
send the pass, something like that. So I'm just like, I'm keep getting these confirmation email. Like, what the fuck? So I'm trying to log back in. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? When they had my number, it was over with. But I'm thinking it's somebody else. Like, they finna call me or whatever. But it is what it is. Lesson
They
learned.
took your whole page.
Yeah, so I had to start over. So they DMing other people from my page, like DMing him, asking him for money. But he know me personally. Like, I wouldn't come on, bro. Like,
Right.
they'll come to me like, bro, I know that wasn't you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm like, bro, damn, they got my boy.
That shit wild.
I'm talking about they saying all
It's your
type of
manager's
shit.
fault. We about to get him. It's your manager's fault.
They saying all type of shit to folk. Like, I'm like, man, they don't have to see them in public. They like, bro, you ask me for some money. I'm like, come on, bro, you know that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, you would be the last person. Like,
Yeah, I would call.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
well, come on now. Like, why would I do
Yeah,
that?
Right, not through
Well, you ain't got no
Instagram.
money, but I know you in real life, boy. You fucked up.
Yeah,
now.
like I would if I'm messed up, I would call your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Right.
I know you personally, I'ma call you. Like I ain't even that type of person.
That shit same
Especially
shit.
asking
Remember
for
who we
money.
seen in the airport, Twan?
Yeah.
The same, they did them up and DM Twan. Like, yo, Twan. He like, man, hell nah. Asking for food, Twan. Like, man, I just talked to this nigga. Like, you can't be. They be asking for food and $50.
Yeah,
No,
like
I knew,
cash
nigga
app
had
and shit.
hacked and made another page or something and was DMing my mutual friends or seeing people who I was talking to day to day and DM them and like, yo, I need you to do a favor for me. I'm really took hella pictures from my page, so they looking like, oh, and like, yeah, like,
Put
yo,
some Naya on
I
your
need
shit.
somebody. And they
No,
like,
I
niggas hit
had
my
someone make
main
a,
phone.
a
That's
fake
tough.
page for my daughter.
Niggas hit my
Someone made a
got
fake
some
page for
sauce
my
on
daughter
their
before.
hands.
Shit,
I'm
wow.
saying it was
That's
so
the
sweet how they did. That's why I
Yeah,
say
I was
I was
like,
green. Then like folk texting me, my phone blowing up in the morning. Like, bro, you straight? I'm like, bro, I'm asleep. I'm good. I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on. Folk really concerned about me. They like, bro, you texting me talking about you just got out of jail and you need $60. I'm like, no,
You
that
fucking
ain't
right
me.
street.
You
Yeah,
feel me? Like,
you told me you was on right street.
I'm sleeping in the
That's
bed.
fucked
You
up.
feel me?
That's
Like,
crazy.
what is
Yo,
going
y'all
on?
niggas stop getting over on niggas like that with that Instagram.
But
shit.
that's how that
fucked up.
scam and shit, that internet, man. Niggas gonna figure it out. They how to get some
crazy.
money.
Man, wait.
That bitch about to
That's why I'm
sweat.
scared. I ain't gonna lie, but that's why I'm scared to buy. I'm scared to pay this ticket right now. Cause I just heard they got the fake tickets in Atlanta. Like if you scan them, like that shit'll take over your.
Nah, but you know how you can look at
So
your
I'm
You
just
gotta
gonna
you gotta go on the website. You gotta go on the
No, if your
website.
shit got the barcode, it ain't right.
Word.
Yeah, no cap. The QR.
Damn, them folks deep like
Yeah,
that.
the QR ain't right.
Huh?
Yeah, the QR on your shit, Nate.
Studio, I ain't never.
Don't do that though. You gotta pay them bitch because you'll park on a regular street.
Cause it's like I never got a ticket and we park that every time. And I still ain't got no.
No,
ticket
just
every
check it. If
time.
it's a QR code on that shit, ain't right. Hey, don't go for
Yeah, I
the
gotta
QR.
pay it 'cause you know one time I
Yeah.
left my shit. One time I left my shit on the street and I came out the barbershop, nigga had booted my shit up. And you gotta go all the way down to the Western name where you gotta call them folks and then you gotta wait for a nigga to come pull up and take it. Nah. Bro, that boot shit ain't it. I ain't with that boot shit. Like you said, beat
Hey,
it.
the boot.
That boot shit
Shout out to my
undefeated.
nigga
That
Block.
bullshit
Lil'
that had you ready to go, man.
Beat it.
Go
Little
that
block.
way.
Hey, shout out to my
Lil'
boy.
Lil', that's my dog. He going up
500
too right
quick.
Yeah, it's crazy. That shit crazy. So we got your manager here, man. I remember this nigga when he's a little nigga running around the Boys and Girls Club. Little
now.
nigga.
Who? Oh, this nigga right here?
Yeah.
Oh, you know
I
that
remember
nigga?
all these little niggas. See, that was everything I be
Oh, who?
forgetting.
And Doom too?
Yeah.
I mean, not Doom.
They all went to the same boys.
No, I know Doom.
No, he ain't
Oh,
going
I ain't go out there.
He
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
in the hood with them folks. He wasn't in the hood. Them
But
boys-
Doom worked at the Boys and Girls Club. You used to work at?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I used to pull up.
Nah,
Sometimes.
see, I have been
Yeah.
gone.
Nah.
I've been gone. I was
Oh, you
gone
been
then.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, so he know Coach Nate.
Yeah, he know me.
Yeah.
He mad at me because they probably like, man, they Coach Nate got doing this programs and shit, man. I'm trying to go hoop. That's all them niggas want to do is hoop.
Yeah, we for sure wanted to hoop.
Hoop and play
You
flag football.
Remember, hoop and play flag football. That's all we wanted to
That's
do.
it.
That's
Go ahead, man.
what's
Tell
up,
them your IG, man. Tell them what you got going on, man.
Yeah, man. Staying that consistent, man. Manager, 2 P's in the pod. You know what I'm saying? You heard some for my big partner, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We in here. We just trying to make sure, you know, we succeed.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How long you been doing the managing thing for?
Man, I actually just started about 6 months ago.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You got
If
something
they
going
trusted
on.
in you to make you a manager, that means
They
something.
fucking with
Nigga
you.
come to you to say, yo, we want you to manage. I don't give a fuck how long it took.
And we
They
all
took
start
that to
somewhere.
say, yeah, you start somewhere. For a nigga to say, yo, I want you to do that, that shit mean the word. That's how it happened with
Especially
me.
when it's your dog.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You know,
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean,
Say that shit
somebody
is dry, bro.
gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying, see it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because when you in it, you can see it,
But you can't.
but when you really seeing what's going on from the outside, you can kind of tell them, okay, well,
You can evaluate it.
you doing this, but you know, maybe we can incorporate this into it too,
Mhm.
or maybe we can see what's that one thing that's really popping. Like, what's that one thing that's like, okay, this is what's getting the people. This is what's making everybody.
Man, I'm
like,
proud of these niggas.
Everybody,
These
that's
niggas
hard.
money
It's
management
making
program.
everybody
Nah,
want
that's
to
hard as
repost
fuck.
this and all that. So it's like
These Grady babies, man.
If
These
we
Grady-
able
They went to
to
Grady High School.
really
I went
hone
to
in
college.
on that, you know what I'm saying?
hit them
we
too
can
big. I
take
know
it
they
to the
were-
next level for sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hard. That's hard.
That's
Yeah,
heavy,
but
bro.
I don't want
Like-
to take the credit from him. He took that initiative on himself. We ain't
That's
asked him
dope.
shit. You hear me? But
Oh,
that
that's
just
even
showed
better,
that's
but see,
Yeah.
but
that's
that
why I
show for
say I
y'all to
wanted to
agree
just
with
get him
it.
his own
But you know what,
credit.
yo? That's so dope
You
because
feel
now,
me?
guess
He
what?
took that initiative upon
He ain't
himself.
wanna-
You feel me?
he- guess what?
And
What you
that's
gotta respect
and then
about him?
and that's what I love about it. You feel me?
That's what I said. You gotta respect
I
about this.
respect
He ain't say
that. I
he want to
love
rap.
that.
He ain't say he want to do clothes.
Yeah.
Like most niggas that be rolling with a nigga, be like shit, but you rap.
Yeah, I'm
Shit,
finna
don't
do
rap
what you
too,
do.
but-
Or he
You know what I'm
wasn't,
saying?
or he wasn't just sitting around just to be around.
He
said,
applied
"Yo,
himself.
I'm
You
a-
feel
yeah,
me?
I'm
And
gonna
that
be
what
appointed
that
to
what
this
I'm
right
basically
here."
trying to highlight. He applied himself. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's heavy. So
We
he
ain't have to
necessary.
approach him. You
He
feel me?
necessary.
And
I'm
that's
glad you
love
said how
that
you
he'll
said,
even
man, no,
do that. You
I'm
feel me?
on, man. Give me a
Yeah,
mic,
for
man.
real.
I ain't know what was going on.
You
Nigga
feel
said,
me?
man, I'm on.
And
man.
even then, he applied himself then.
That's
Like,
what you're supposed to do,
even
though.
when that me and him was saying you, cause I see you like, but I was just asking like that. Like,
Cause I know, you
shit.
know how you see that. I'm like, hold
Yeah.
on, man. What's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
I ain't,
yo,
I
you
ain't
good?
want y'all to think like I told, you know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Nah, he
nah.
applied himself then, you feel me? Even
Nah,
that
ain't
to
no
show
wrong
that
with
just
it.
his
This shit
character,
family,
you
bro. If you
feel
in the
me?
door and you with
Yeah,
us,
I'm just
this
saying
shit
that's
all
a good
love.
key
Yeah.
quality in his character that he
Yeah,
just
you
that,
keep that
you know
nigga
what I'm
around,
saying?
bro. Keep that nigga around.
So I
bro.
just wanted to
Bullshit
highlight that
That's hard.
cause y'all said, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to say he took that
Cause it's gonna be
initiative on
moments
his
when
own.
he got to be the one who hold it. How me and him, like how we rock. It could be a moment or whatever. If I might not be feeling the vibe, or I may just be in the mood, or
like
I'm
you
really
like that.
situated. However, they got to be able to carry me. You feel me? So
Yeah.
whatever I'm lacking, he got
We
to
all
hold
down.
that down, and it's vice versa. When he ain't,
And
I'm
get
gonna
what?
hold
I
it.
hit him up today. I hit
Yeah.
Big up today.
Yeah,
You
nah,
know what I'm
that's heavy.
saying? Like, and
Yeah.
them boy
That's
came. So
hard.
that love, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man,
Like,
appreciate nigga. These moments be meaning the most, man.
Yeah, for real, for real. So look, lady of the night, I'm gonna ask you this: what's your mental state from a 1 to 10? You can't use 7.
Yeah, that's a.
My
that's a
mental
safe one.
state?
Yeah.
You know what? I can honestly say, by the grace of God, right now, my mental state is like a 8, 9. But I could tell you that last year,
Mm-hmm.
I was like a 2, 3. that the greatest and hardest year of my life was last year. I met this old woman. Her name is Barbara Hoffman in Rochester. She owns her.
Your car dealership, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, so you know the statues of Susan B. Anthony and him, and they paid $80,000 per statue and built that, and they live on King Street still. This little old white woman, she's always there, and they own a lot. They own a lot of me. Yeah. Me. Yeah. They own a lot of real estate down on West Main, and. Yeah, she told me when I spoke with her last year, she was just like, you know, the best things in your life and the good and the worst things in your life going to usually happen at the same time because you need balance. And literally last year, I produced something that made, you know, $167,000 in 3 months, but also was like at the lowest form of my life of like feeling like of worth and happiness and depression due to personal things and like getting involved in stuff that like I like lowered myself for. But like now I'm just like at this place where like I sold the restaurant. I just started with Amazon. I hire technical engineers for Amazon corporate. So if y'all know any technical engineers, I'll hire you if you good.
I'll hire you.
Yeah.
See if I get my technical engineer.
Yeah, right.
Not bullshit.
But it's remote, so I get to like work and go wherever I want to do the work. So that's what I like most about it. But I still have the wine bar, obviously. But last year to this year, it's crazy. Like people always say, your life can change in a year. Your life can change in a year, and it does. Yeah. So you just gotta stick with it, because every time you low, you gonna go back high. And like people you know, I try to tell people all the time, people don't understand money. When I had the restaurant, people thought like I was so rich. Like no, my money that I had was invested in this investment. So I'm cash broke right now. I'm cash broke.
Well, y'all better go watch Winning like Jerry Buss. That nigga bought the Lakers. He ain't had no money.
You're cash broke. So you are rich
One
in the sense of
championship and still broke.
Yeah.
Businesses don't make money until like a couple years.
They don't make money until a couple years, and like fortunately enough, like we were making like a profit by like hundreds of dollars each month, but that's what people don't realize. Like I am more well off now from selling it than I was to keep it. Now, granted, if I had kept it in 5 years, 10 years online, could I have made millions? Of course, you know, but. There's other ways to make money, so millions will come. but that's what money is like perception to people.
That you said that, like the last couple of days, like I've been watching stuff. So I just finished watching like the Winning shit with the Lakers. And I seen how he bought them. Like he ain't have no money.
None.
But he had properties and shit and all that. And
he went into debt.
If the dude would have told me he want all the money in cash, he wouldn't be able to purchase the Lakers, y'all. That shit
but
was
the
so
thing
crazy.
is, dude, he had money problems too.
Yeah, he was at the bank. That's why he gave him
You get credit problems too.
Yeah,
because everything.
He needed the money.
No, but the crazy shit is, he was giving him a debt that he had built the farm on. It was a debt that he had already had.
There was a lot of stuff tied in where he needed the money. Like he was desperate, just like he was desperate. So it was like,
though, you can take out loans and shit off your assets. You can get shit.
But you can't get the biggest loan that was worth. See, what he did is, so the way he bought the Lakers is, he had $18 million, him and his homeboy. He gave him $18 million, and then he gave him enough properties and shit that they had owned that equaled up to be like $270 million. And then his wife, his mom was so smart, but she was old. She told him the trick bag. She like, yo, put this in your wife's name, because if you don't, when they come back around, you gonna lose everything. When the bank run down on you, I think it was when the bank run down on you, they gonna take all this shit. And when the bank ran down on him, he had enough game already to tell him, look, man, give me to next year by the end of the championship, and I'll be able to, you better give me some more money. You gonna give me another loan. Because when he sold the shit, see, that's what, like, I learned that shit, like, when I just, like, a couple years ago, I was going in with my people trying to buy back houses at home in New York. Now, niggas don't be knowing, niggas like, oh, yeah, you can buy the back taxes and shit, but you can get a house, you can buy it, and they can have an old water bill for, like, $8,000.
Liens. It's called a mechanical lien.
For it now. Yeah, so you know. Get what I'm saying? So you learn, you live like
responsible for the past, dude.
Yeah, like
listen, my horror stories of real estate. That's all me and my ex did. But I'm telling you, but real estate is like the number one.
Huh?
Yeah. Real estate is a good vehicle.
It's easy, but it ain't easy, bro.
Yeah, because you know what, and that's another Kiyosaki book. But it basically, essentially, it's not in what you, people are always like, oh, well, I could sell it for this amount. You got the wrong approach. It's what you buy it for. So you only make your money based off what you buy it for, not what you get to sell it for, because the market can change every second or every day. So if you buy it low enough, you can sell it to make your money. But if you're worried about, I think I can get 160, I think I can get 170, then you end up only getting 130. Well, what did you buy it for? Like, can you actually make money based off of the price that you bought it for? Right. But yeah, real estate is definitely a good vehicle. You know, a lot of people don't realize, like you said, I don't know about the Lakers or what y'all just talked about, but what I do know is that, like, if you can leverage real estate, I hate real estate, by the way, but obviously I plan to own real estate, and I did used to own real estate, but I hate it. But if you can leverage your at, like, I don't know, y'all been to LA Fitness, a gym? So I worked for LA Fitness as operation manager after I left Paychex. And what they do is they're the largest self-owned billionaire gym owners. They don't have any outside. They own it outright. All 60, 70, whatever, however LA Fitnesses are, they own them across the world, and they don't have any stocks or nothing. And what they do is they do a lease buyback. They buy the land. So what they do is they buy this land, $20 million, and they build it up to a gym, and they sell it to another rich motherfucker who then buys it, and they pay them rent every month. So now they sold it for $40 million, doubled their money, to now use that $40 million to go build 2 more LA Fitnesses, and they just paying rent every month to the other rich motherfucker.
Like a McDonald's.
So people think that you,
like the
so that's how you move money,
gyms.
huh?
Like the McDonald's gyms.
Yeah, so McDonald's or gyms, exactly.
McDonald's own the most land in the world.
Yes.
McDonald's, they own the land that is built on.
Yep. So people ain't
it's
getting
really
rich
a real
off of
estate.
McDonald's.
See, you think it's a burger company, but it's really a real estate company.
It's really a real estate company. Yep. It's not even a gym. It's a real estate.
Huh?
Parking lots are good.
If they ever come want to build on that motherfucker, I already own that motherfucker.
Yeah, land is invaluable.
Yeah, that's
it's
tough.
truly valuable.
Real estate shit real is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And most businesses that you think that are so successful, like he said, it's not what they selling. It's literally, unless you're talking tech, like Amazon, he's selling virtual shit in the air and shit like that. You know, he's selling anything. But if you're talking like regular businesses that you think of as land.
I ain't gonna lie, Amazon ain't nothing but UPS.
Yeah.
With a website.
Well, so
none
what it
of this
is.
shit on Amazon, they don't own it. So a lot of shit that you getting is not from Amazon technically.
Correct, but the difference between them and UPS is the only reason why Amazon popped off is that you could go on Amazon and become a millionaire if you did it right yourself.
Yeah,
right?
I know you can do it yourself.
So everyone is selling their own and marketing their own shit, and they're buying shit from China, quite frankly, or drop shipping, and that's how they're making their money.
But it's really, I'm thinking, but look, I used to. So when I first seen Amazon come out, I'm thinking Amazon got all this shit. They don't. They don't have shit. They like UPS basically.
Yeah. That ain't got on water though. He done bought the water. He could change the water level.
Right. I'm just saying they got, cause like.
They fulfill a lot of their own orders too. UPS doesn't do that. They just ship shit out.
Yeah, they fulfill a lot of. They got their own, and then what's smart.
Yeah, but see, but at first he didn't have nothing, y'all. That's what I'm saying. At first he didn't have like the what's the name.
Oh yeah, no, it was books. He was selling books.
Yeah, he was. You know what I'm saying? But
he was selling books online. Yeah, that's how he started. Was selling books
now
online.
Now that boy's crazy. You could go literally order your shit and have that shit in days.
And he was smart by getting people to use their own cars versus buying trucks and shit.
Yeah, that nigga tough. He's crazy.
But
it's like the world we live in, but. It's like that nigga like UPS 2.0 because UPS do the same shit. It's just that he do it way bigger now. You get what I'm saying? He got trucks, he got all that shit. In the hub, like over where my house at, and that nigga gets you like if you live near the hub, you get your shit in one day really. Or like you go.
Well, only thing what he said because UPS just delivering. They just providing the service delivering. You order off Amazon to get what you need. You can't go on UPS.com.
That's what I'm saying. That was a trick bag though, Rich. It's really still the same thing because they don't own none of that product. Yeah, like them Nike balls and all that. That's not Amazon product.
But that's how he got rich. He made a platform.
That's a trick bag.
Yeah.
It really just UPS.
He got rich. What he did was he got rich off of making other motherfuckers entrepreneurs.
Other people position to
other
do it.
Because so he don't gotta own the book. He don't gotta own the dress no more. He got other people.
No, California is too.
No, I'm saying like not the central hub. Technically, I'm talking about Amazon. They the central hub. You can put your stuff on here, and we gonna sell it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We the middleman.
I know somebody personally who's making who quit. They had a 6-figure job, like their career, quit it to do Amazon and making $40,000-$50,000 a month, easy. Like
selling stuff on Amazon,
selling shit off Amazon, and it's the simplest shit, like fucking peanuts, noodles. This simple. You looking like, wait, you ain't making this. Till they show me, I'm looking like.
Because if you get an LLC, you can go to any hotel site if you want to with an LLC. And if you log in your EIN number, which you can go online and do your EIN number in seconds yourself, You take that EIN number, you go to any wholesale site, you can get anything wholesale.
Shout out to
and just
Wayfair.
flip
That's
it
how
the
they come with
price.
the Airbnbs. They gotta do Airbnbs. You go to Wayfair, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. All my shit is sold wholesale with no tax on it. So it's like the shit people motherfucker may pay for this, you could get it for this price, and it comes like boom, Dollar Tree, and it's all that little shit you want, them knickknacks. You get it for the low. Off a EIN number, you put it in just like that.
That's what the EIN number for though.
That
Yeah.
shit
You
is
gotta
crazy.
put me, you gotta put me down on that.
protection.
Yeah.
You gotta put me
Keep it
down
off
on
your
that.
shit. in
They
case
keep it
it
off
go
your
right.
shit. So if it go left, they coming for your
Right.
business
Still
instead of
right.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody doing them now. So you better get your LLC
Yeah,
for real.
for sure.
But you know what? And that's what you just said. Everybody doing them now. I swear, I literally just I was like thinking like everyone's doing this shit now that they're about to change it up. Cause now if you go past an LLC, if you get to that level, you can do trusts and shit like that. That's like the next level. Yeah.
To the trust shit.
Or
My boy put me onto that. My
yeah,
homeboy girl.
and that's like the
brother
next
on
level. And I
Grace.
was thinking like if everybody getting LLC, soon enough they're gonna make some laws to prohibit like certain things
It is,
because
because it's too
Yeah, it's
easy.
coming.
It's
That's
too
for the same
easy.
reason how the Airbnb anything. When we get to getting too much money, when we start realizing what's going on, they start throwing them curveballs in there like,
Yeah, I want
this
you to
is
do
what-
it.
Yeah, no facts.
They-
That's what I'm telling you. The Airbnb, I know what's going on. They doing that because for one, the hotels ain't making the money they usually be making. That market,
But
they
it's like the same
They
thing.
shut down the Airbnb parties then.
Yeah,
They
but-
said no more
Parties, like, yeah, you
parties.
can't not like that's
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
no
'cause
more
you really
parties,
can tap
yeah,
in
yeah.
with the
That
people.
what they
They
was
either
doing for.
some people don't really do it, but then it's like you got to think about it. People rent out mansions to do them type of
Yeah,
parties.
that's what I'm
Certain
saying. They
spots.
say you
For
can't
that,
do
they
that
like,
no
yo,
more.
we not even allowing that.
Yeah.
Like so, it's like
saying
damn.
it's
That
over.
don't work that out.
They just trying to they just don't. Cause you gotta remember, a lot of people doing residential. A lot of Airbnbs now are residential neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Just like the same thing with Uber. Uber doesn't have a car, but when Uber first started off, they was letting people use their cars and they ran a business off of them. You get what I'm saying? So it's just that's the type of world we in now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the world that we in now is allowing everyone to be their own
Entrepreneur,
quote unquote self
right.
entrepreneur. But the thing is that people don't realize that they're not really being entrepreneurs, and that's
Still
not
working.
yeah, you're still working. And like I just watched this video. This young woman, she explained it so perfectly. She's like, we out here congratulating people for starting businesses, and they don't realize that opening a business is just another debt.
Man,
Like,
I swear
it's
to
not
God,
no
I ain't gonna lie.
asset,
You
it's
said
just
that
a-
shit that's so funny. I hate to say that, but yo, man, a lot of black people, man, y'all niggas stop this shit, man. Y'all don't need to open up shit, man. Cause if you can't really, man, like we going through that shit right now. Like, bro, we got a brand, bro. We buy shit. If I pay you for something, I want my shit at a personable time. But it's like, yo, you want to shop with black people, you want to stay with your own kind. No, sometimes you gotta step out your fucking box if you want your shit to
But
grow.
you know, a lot of brands like they do pre-order. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what's messing it up. See, I got on hand like you buy this today, I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna ship it, whatever you want.
Right.
But some people gonna get your money first, get their cap off top. Goddamn.
That's the
You know
dropship
what I'm
method,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
essentially,
shit,
yeah.
like-
Produce it.
But that's what I'm saying. We
Yeah,
congratulate
like,
so
and
many
that
black
might
people.
take however long, cause they gotta deal with whoever they dealing with to get it made and whatever. So it's different layers to it, but at the same time, like you saying, like in that aspect, like you ain't taking no loss. You know what I'm saying? But in the aspect that I'm doing, like it's a risk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
cause if I get a 50 ball, like shit, it ain't no guarantee I'm gonna sell out 50 on right now. At all, you feel me?
Right.
So shit, it's a risk, but shit, I'd rather do that so I can keep my customer service up. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want to, like you saying, I don't want nobody to be like, man, I tried to buy something for him. He had me waiting 6 weeks.
Right.
Like, nah, I want you to go ahead
Yeah, I
and
ain't
get
gonna lie,
it.
'cause it's
Cause you
like-
probably planning
like,
on
I'm
wearing
fucking
it.
with you. This is a business. Like, supposed to be on some business shit, bro. We shouldn't have to pay you a month and a half ago, bro. We
Yeah.
still ain't got no product, bro.
Yeah.
And then you keep doing that shit to us, and we keep coming back. So it's like,
happened to
we
Virgil.
trying to fuck with you, homie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
trying to give you some.
I just and then I treat everything like other stuff. You want reoccurring customers. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you want reoccurring customers. So you always want to make them feel like they winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hey, you got to keep them happy. So
Right.
I ain't trying to have you. I want you to put this on too.
Right.
You know
that's
what I'm
what's up. That's what's up. So where your mental stay at today from a 1 to 10, man? How you feeling?
I'm at 8.
8?
Yeah, I'm at an 8. Finna celebrate a birthday. You know, go out of town, mental reset,
Leo.
cut the
Yeah.
phone off, do all that good stuff.
Oh, that's
So
hard. That's
yeah,
hard.
so I'm feeling good,
Cutting the
man. I'm
phone
happy
off,
to be
real.
here, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate the opportunity.
definitely. What you on my day? 1 to 10.
I might be on like
Can't use 7.
a 5.
5. Damn.
Seven
Man, you
again.
gotta
huh?
elaborate when you on the 5, man. 5 kind of low, man.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie, when you're an entrepreneur though, y'all go through this shit. Like she said, the best year of her life was the toughest year of her life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, really.
That's why I asked
really
y'all that
just
for business sake, because you know, when you're an entrepreneur, a lot of people don't call and ask you how you doing, what's going on with your life. You know what I'm saying? Do you got?
They assume.
They just call you like, yo, I need
Right.
something most of the time. So that's why I asked you that shit, like, how you feeling? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Just moved out my spot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice ass spot, 20th floor, Sandy Spring. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Sandy.
See
Yeah, that shit
the
look real good.
goddamn highway, all that
You gonna
shit.
tell them why?
Oh, I mean, I did break up with my girl now,
Okay.
but I was gonna move out that motherfucker anyway. Cause they went up on the rent so crazy that it was like when we got it, it was damn near a jug.
Right.
Like it was the cheapest 2-bedroom. It's like a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet.
And Sandy
down there.
Springs?
Sandy Springs,
Damn.
20th
Oh,
floor,
yeah, you caught you one.
and it was like 16.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why wouldn't I move that? So I was like, hell yeah, we want a 2-bedroom anyway.
Mm-hmm.
1-bedrooms in Druid Hills was like 2,000.
Yeah, I was about to say a 2-piece.
So I was like,
For
okay,
sure.
well, we paying cheaper here. I thought it was fake, so I had to pull up. I see it, I'm like, damn. Hell yeah, we moving in. But then they went up. They talking about it's like 21. I
Yeah,
was like,
nigga, the
okay,
market
well,
don't change.
I
Everything
can't do
going
nothing but
up.
respect that. I'm out of here.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I had to
I'm outta here.
move with my mama right quick, you know what I'm saying? While I get my new spot.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's
But
called a
shit.
reset, my boy.
Reset, you know what I'm saying? But
As long as you don't make that motherfucker no habit. As long as you don't stay there for
we
too long.
doubling back so crazy, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just what you gotta do.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
The national average of rent right now, they say, is $2,000.
Yeah.
In Atlanta,
Yeah, I ain't
definitely.
surprised.
Yeah, he
Atlanta,
go.
if you want to be somewhere comfortable, where you
Yeah,
ain't worry
for
about
sure.
extra shit, your ass down there paying 2200.
Hey,
22.
going through it.
Where you want to live comfortable and you ain't got to worry about
4,000.
extra shit, you got to pay that. Unless you're
It's
going on the
certain
outskirts. If
spots
you in
everybody
Atlanta,
wanna
are you
stay
going to
at.
pay that? If you want to go, you could still have Atlanta, but you might be Cascade, Camp Creek, Smyrna.
I ain't
Shit, I
gonna
was
count
just
though,
in Marietta
Atlanta.
for the
All
school
that- yeah,
districts,
man,
and
all
our
that-
rent
that's-
is going to be $2,400.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, Marietta going up. Marietta used to be the low key
Yeah, but
wig.
they bringing mad shit out there where y'all at. That's why Marietta going up too. You got
Yeah, because Marietta got
Cobb
everything.
County.
You ain't got to go
Yeah, y'all got
nowhere.
the baseball set. They got a lot of that.
No,
yeah.
nigga, Cobb used to be the look. It used to be the low key wig though. Used to be.
Yeah, that's what I said. The battery ran it up.
Yeah.
The battery, and they won the chip. Then the battery's like, oh, everybody come to see that. Like that's because
Right.
everybody's coming out there.
I ain't gonna lie, that was the
Marietta
best thing the
Smyrna.
Braves did was get the fuck out the city.
that bitch be
Y'all
loaded.
laughing, bro. The Falcons got probably the
know
dopest,
about
weakest
that.
stadium ever, bro. Cause it's like that shit. Yeah, it weak really.
And
They
you gotta
ain't-
go through too much after. It's like, yo, when they all
Like,
died
people
on
wanna
niggas
ride the
leaving,
train.
yeah, niggas wanna, it's
Big Mike,
monkey.
shit,
Cobb
like,
County niggas know like we not going out there on
yeah.
bullshit. We going to
Everybody
the
pull
game.
up the Cobb in
We
front of
going to the
Cobb.
game.
in front of the battery.
Niggas like we going to
That
the game.
shit
We
too
going
far
to the
for
game.
me.
We
What?
ain't- nah,
Nigga don't
unless
even
a
want to
nigga
come to
really
Cobb for
disrespect.
nothing.
That shit
Nigga
too
can have
far
a
for
play.
me.
Nigga like, shit, where you at? Shit, but I'm over here outside.
But I stay on the south, boy. That
Yeah.
shit too far.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So you already know. Rich, where you at today, man? 1 to 10, man.
10. My daughter just turned 3. My beautiful baby, my princess. I love you, mama. Like she got me on 10. The whole month of July, I could never be on nothing under than 10 with her. As long as she celebrates, she could wake up and
That's dope.
daddy, and if she know it, like I feel so good. I'm ready for Peppa the Pig. I'm riding every fucking ride. I'm on that. See what? That's what we doing. I feel good, man.
I ain't
That's
riding no
what's
rides
up.
with you, big boy. You know that.
That ain't no
Why you
big
ain't
deal.
riding
Kid
that,
part.
bro?
It's the
Nah,
kid
he know.
part.
He know I don't get on no rides.
Why
First
you
of
don't
all,
get on no
Nah,
ride
SeaWorld got
though?
roller coasters. I'm
SeaWorld-
getting on.
I'm
So
saying,
listen, all right,
why
so
you don't
listen.
get on no ride?
Here it
though?
go. Here it go. First of all right, listen, y'all. First of all, he just know we just went to the we just did. Me and this nigga just got back from Jersey with our kids because it was my son's birthday. So we just did Jersey, right? We did all the little amusement parks. First of all, I'm too big. He had to get on with my daughter because him and my daughter was the same height. Me and his daughter had to stand off.
That nigga
'cause
said me
Cyrus
and his
was
daughter
small.
the same height.
You know what I'm saying? They was
That
like,
nigga
he was big enough. He was big enough to get on.
You don't
My
ride.
daughter
You
was
don't
what's the name?
That nigga said
ride
me and his
grown-
daughter
you
the
don't ride
same
grown
height.
folk
That
You don't
nigga
ride grown
crazy.
folk ride?
Yeah, I go to like if I go to Six Flags, I'm them folks.
Oh, okay.
But I ain't fucking
okay,
with one
okay.
of them. I ain't fucking with one of them joints that we was at. We was at the motherfucker like we was
Little
at
kitty ride.
Nah, we was in like Coney Island.
Okay.
And we was at the Jersey Shore, so it's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, that's like the fair. I'm too
Yeah.
big to fuck with the fair ride.
The ride gonna stop.
I'm
The ride
6'5".
fuck around and stop.
Yeah,
The
300.
motherfucker smoking.
Yeah,
Them motherfuckers smoking.
I did do the water ride though. We went to Jersey though.
Yeah.
They got this motherfucking Shrek ride on the little tube. That motherfucker ain't no joke.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we did fuck with the
I
water
fuck
ride.
with the roller coasters and shit though. I do it.
Yeah.
You do?
Like, yeah, hell yeah.
You got down fuck with like what it is, Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, we just went in May.
Yeah, you just
Islands
went,
of May and Universal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we did
Atlanta.
Universal. I did
So Universal and Island Adventures is split in half. You go through the same city walk to get to either
Yeah,
one.
the city walk.
okay,
Oh
yeah.
my God, that
Yeah.
shit too long. I hate that shit.
Really?
We going. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
my
we
dog.
did that
The
shit
city
last.
walk?
What? That shit is too.
It's short.
No, that shit is. No, we had to park in the garage.
Yeah.
And walk all the way through the.
Oh, y'all didn't
Yeah.
take the train.
Yeah,
Y'all should
you
take the
yeah you
shuttle.
got it. It is a walk.
There's a
I took
whole
the same
shuttle,
way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they got some they
Oh, so
got
there's
some
a
hard.
shuttle.
Walk
that'll
through
get
all
you
that
right
shit.
there.
It's like right there where the restaurant's at.
Yeah.
Come through all that shit.
Yep.
Then I didn't know
Yeah.
you got to pay for every part. We had to pay for every part we went into.
Yeah, if you go to Islands of Adventure,
I'm
you
thinking
get
you trying to get the
Well, we
what's
just call it SeaWorld series on the road. July 4th, they had the good sale for the.
I
didn't get- I don't
literally got
think-
it 20 minutes beforehand.
Yeah, so that's.
I don't know if my girl bought them. I don't know. Shit.
Oh, see.
Say the $100.
Yeah, 100.
$169
Them bitches
compared to
once-
$269.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
For
what
you
two
know, I'm the
people.
wig though. I know how to get up there and say, boy, hey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, it ain't about that. It's
Are you
Nah, I'm
get
saying
them-
she ain't doing that. We got to pay shit.
Or you get them bundle packages though.
Yeah.
But we only there for a day. Them bundle pay, you got to be there in a 2-3 day
Yeah,
park.
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
Like
saying?
I light
The
apart.
park, the food.
Yeah, I don't know if she got them. She probably didn't get them.
I did SeaWorld G shit with SeaWorld. I think I did do the dine and it still was only like $1 and some change, something like that.
Oh, with
Yeah.
the meals or
If
whatever,
that,
yeah. Yeah, we just went to Orlando in May, so she's spoiled. But we going back again this week. But we just did Islands Adventure.
Yeah, that's what I said.
and-
We just got back from American
She
Dream
rode the
Mall.
Hulk.
Like we just
yeah,
got back.
so my child, right? I'm a believer in doing everything once. So she was dead scared. And when you walk into Islands Adventure, the Hulk is the very first ride, the
Yeah.
very first roller coaster.
Yeah, I
She
know.
see the people spinning this shit, and she's just like, Mom, I'm not doing that. I don't want to. I said, you're going to do it. So she cried throughout the whole line, right? And she's just there crying. So we
Oh, you made her do it.
hell yeah, we
Yeah,
get to
they
the
were out
seat.
there shut up.
Yeah, hell yeah. We sitting in the seats. And wait.
Alice go too.
Yeah.
Right, she's
I rode that shit with them. We went last year. Boy, Islands of Adventure, that ride, the Hulk when you first walk in.
It don't even crank all the way up.
Really?
It just-
No, I made her sit down. She's crying up a storm, and the woman stops us, and it stops the whole thing. She's like, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but she either has to stop crying because we can't take off. Like when she gets to the top, what will happen is that she'll lose her breath and she won't be able to breathe because she's crying." I said, "Juliana, you need to stop fucking crying right now." And I said, "We're already on the ride. We
You
just
ain't
wait in
understand what the
line."
lady was saying when she said
No,
she
I
was
understood. And my daughter goes, she goes, and she sucks it up, and she stopped crying, and we did it. And then she got on every ride after that. I said, because that's what I told her. I said, if you
Yeah,
don't
you
like
gotta
this
just
ride
break it.
after this, then I won't make you do it again. But you're not about to tell me that some shit you ain't never tried you don't like. So you about to go in here and you about to
You
do
can
it.
ride that, you can ride-
She
if
did
you
it.
can
Her
ride
dad,
that,
and
you
her
can
dad
ride
was sitting right there.
anything.
He was just like, you heard her.
If you can ride that, you can ride anything.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. They just did my baby like that. They just did my baby like that at Coney Island. They had this little motherfucking bouncing ride. They had his daughter and my daughter, that motherfucker crying. There was a little boy in the back. He was trying to jump out that motherfucker. I was like, look, man, get my daughter off this motherfucking ride, man. Look, my daughter cool with the stationary shit, like shit that, you know what I'm saying? But that shit that do all this, she looking like, man, his daughter and my daughter crying. You could have seen their faces, like you niggas dead ass rough.
Like it goes straight up and straight down.
She ain't want to
She
do
was
that.
bouncing
I
up and
don't
down
even
like-
I don't even ride none that goes straight up and go straight down. I ride anything but anything that goes straight
And
up
we
and straight
went
down.
on that too, and her father and because I took my little cousin and my sister, and they refused to get the one that go up and drop.
Yeah.
Since a
Yeah,
young
see, I
man
don't
died.
do them either. When you go all the way, and this is just straight.
But I've been
boom.
like that my whole life. I
Me-
did do it one time at Lake Winter Soccer. I think they got goddamn
that?
fair or
What's that?
something.
Right.
I don't even know. It was when I
he
was
said,
young,
like,
but
young,
anyway,
like,
that
I
was
don't
it
know that,
called.
That nigga got no parts.
Right.
Shit,
Lake Winter Soccer, like
Lake
where?
Winter Soccer. It was like in Tennessee or something. Anyway, it was a ride. It was like
like
an acrophobia. I rode it one time after that. I
Yeah,
was
see
like, I
that
ain't
right
never
in front,
riding
not
then
fuck with
that
that
go
type of
straight up
when
and go
you
down.
go, you looking, it's just sitting you there. You don't know when you, and then it's a straight drop.
Yeah, tell them that what the water ride was.
cool.
I rode a water ride like that though, but you in the tube though. You in the tube.
So
And then you on the platform.
You gotta walk all the way up.
And you standing up, you on the platform, in the
Yeah,
platform
yeah,
move.
open up,
I
yeah.
rode one of them.
I can
yeah.
do that. I can do
Dollywood,
that.
Dollywood water park. Shit, that ain't shit.
But they don't tell you.
You going in the tube. I'm talking about some shit that like.
And it's 20 other niggas. We sitting at the top. We see everything. And y'all just got us looking, and we just look at that.
Yeah,
and
I'm
drive.
talking about something like that. You feel? I ain't
fucking
riding
with
that.
that shit.
I ride
That's
that.
a young man
Anything
died,
else?
Nobody wanted to do it. Like it was the quickest line
I
at the
was on that
whole
before
park.
that. I was on
Like
before
no
that
one was
before
in
that.
line.
Oh,
I don't
what's
fuck
the
with
name?
them.
Yeah, because that
It
young
the
boy
same
died or
thing.
All the
whatever.
fairs. That shit been there forever.
I'm in water, man, and I know how to swim, and we in
Yeah.
this tube. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
about this bitch.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking
I
with
ride
the ones
anything
that,
but
go
that.
up and spin you around. Like when you go up and then you might do like a flip in the air and turn sideways.
Like some
and
Six
shit.
Flags
I
shit.
do all that
Nah, like
shit.
I was at the Gwinnett Fair. Man,
I
I
don't
got
really
my little
fuck with no
sister on the
fair
ride,
shit.
bro. I got my phone in my
The
pocket.
fair is different.
Man, my
I
phone
love the fair.
fall out
Yeah,
my
the
pocket.
fair. I love
I love the fair.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I tell my girl like my phone just fell out my pocket. She like,
In
I
the air?
got it, bro. It's like on the ride, like I
Oh.
feel it fall out my pocket. I'm like, it just fell out my pocket. She like, I grabbed it.
She
I'm
was
like,
ready.
boy,
She was
Yeah,
ready.
you're not supposed to take that shit.
I was gonna be sick if that motherfucker just
I don't do
fell
no
out.
fair ride.
I was like,
Fair
bro,
ride, I could go
I
to
ain't
the
fucking
fair and
with no
enjoy
more.
certain shit. I'll ride, but all that, nah, I'm cool. Them fair rides don't be giving me that security like.
I
Yeah,
love the
exactly.
fair rides.
I just like
That's
amusement
shit,
parks.
I'm playing all the games. You want to see up or Rich? We gonna win all the games. We gonna sit out there and spend the money on
that.
the
What's
game.
that
That's
fair
what we doing.
motherfucker. I'm too big. I know my weight class ain't on no.
Yeah.
Hey man, you got nigga coming from across the country. You putting that bitch together itself?
Oh, God.
Nah, I gotta fuck with
sure.
something like Six Flags that's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
it's a staple.
And it's
at that
not getting up and going
motherfucker. Not a
down.
nigga that just drove. You talking about Uncle Billy just drove this bitch in from Tennessee and break this bitch down? And you talking about he want a big date to get, man? No, boy, my
It ain't
car.
sturdy
They gotta
enough.
ride. They gotta ride that
And
Courtney
they
that go
on
up like this.
drugs.
That bitch spin around, and the other part of that shit be spinning while you going around like this.
Yeah, that's what he saying. He
Yeah,
can't
I
ride.
ain't
That's what he
doing
said.
that.
He
I
lost
ain't
his
doing
phone
that.
on.
I ain't
cool.
doing- I ain't
I'm
doing
cool.
that.
Shit, in Orlando, they don't even let you take your phones. Every ride got a locker, and they like if they
Nah, I
scan
ain't
your
fucking
body
with
down,
that,
and
though.
if you got a phone
See,
or anything
that's
on,
how
they
they
make you
did
get
me.
out of line.
That's
to
how
go
they
back.
did me
Yeah,
at
in
American
Orlando.
Dream.
Where?
They did me.
See,
Universal
couldn't do no shit
Studios
like
and
that.
Adventures
Yeah.
Islands.
Yeah.
They don't let you take that shit with you.
I wish they would have had that at American Dream, cause see they didn't tell us that, but we literally the tallest ride. We all was like yo.
You gotta walk
I'm
on.
gonna get on
That's
the
another
tallest
thing. That
ride.
water park at American Dream, nice as fuck. But the walk, everything you got
Yo,
to walk, bro.
We walked to the tallest ride. I'm talking about.
Y'all fuck with the flat pad?
What's that?
No, it wasn't no flat. We didn't even know none of that. We got to the joint, bro.
Man.
We at the top of the building where you could see the rest of the city of New York
Right.
at that shit. So we at the top of it. We get there and I'm like, yo,
You gotta walk back
and
stairs.
backing up my phone like, yo, he said, oh, you know you can't have no phones on the ride. So I was like, oh, all right. I'm like, shit, you gonna hold? He's like, nah, you gotta come back up here and get it. I said, you telling me I gotta walk back up this bitch to get my phone after I get off the
Shit,
ride?
that was nice. Though. In Orlando, they
I
send you us
said,
right
bro,
back.
y'all niggas got me fucked up.
But they do tell you before you go in.
I said, but the thing was 2-3 layers down below. A nigga stopped us to ask the time. I backed the phone on the phone like, he didn't say, bro, you can't take your phone up there. He let me walk up the rest of them stairs.
So
oh
what you
yeah,
did?
in
You
Orlando
like,
they
fuck
stopped.
that
Oh,
shit.
that shit had me tight. Like,
You
bro,
jumped in
now I
that bit
can't
with
ride
your
it.
phone?
Yeah.
No,
Nah,
I
they wouldn't let
couldn't
him
ride.
around.
They wouldn't let me. He said the phone. He like, bro, you can't get on. He like, yo,
Yeah.
you can let them. I'm like, bro, you really ain't
That
gonna.
nigga reached out
I said, bro, ain't no elevator. You can sit my shit down or nothing. He said, over with.
Damn.
But guess what though?
I should have put that nigga in that
If he had,
ride.
if he had his shit on, or even with the shit on, with the water thing.
Bro, he said you can't have no
No
phone.
phone.
Period.
Even in Orlando, the only ride that they let you like put it to
Nah,
the
nah, nah,
side
nah,
is
like we
Harry
did the other
Potter.
side. When we did Universal, we did both sides. But with the one side we did first, they wouldn't really know that. With like the Shrek and all that shit on
Yeah.
that side, you can have your phone for that shit.
Yeah, certain shit, but
Like the
certain,
Minions. The only thing I know that shit is amusement park, the biggest hustles in the world.
Yeah.
Every ride you come out, it's a fucking store for the kids to buy shit coming out. That's the biggest. It's the biggest trick bag ever. You gonna spend $1 million? I spend for
Food,
real. What?
merch.
Merch. Every ride you come out got its
Better know
own
how to
merch.
talk to your kids, man.
For real.
I was about to say.
You gotta know how to talk to your kids. Yeah, I got you one in the car. We gonna go get
See, I
one.
give my son money now though.
But I can't do
I
my
give
daughter
my
like that. My daughter
son.
ain't jacking none of
I
that
give my
shit.
son money now, and I take him
Natalie
in the
like
store.
this. Natalie ain't jacking nothing. I know how to talk to mine. Listen. Dad,
Did
what
y'all
about
do
that?
the Men
Not
in
that
Black
one.
shit? The Men in Black
Yeah.
thing needs to be updated.
The
'cause
Shrek shit was dope. I like the Shrek
The
ride.
Shrek is dope.
Yeah.
Minions is old.
Oh,
That needs to be
yeah.
updated. So it's Men in Black. When you come in Men in
know.
Black,
All
they
them
got the
is
crickets.
refurbished
Yeah.
rides,
You ate the
crickets.
repurposed ride. Cause the Simpsons used to be Back to the Future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just refurbished.
And they
them,
closed all the
moved them
kids.
out.
When I was there,
Yeah, I
all
think
last
the
year, all
Shrek
the
used to
kids,
be
right,
another
the
little
kids
Never
section
been to
was
that
closed
shit, so
out.
all that shit gonna be new to me.
Yeah, that shit hard though. But I love
Me and my
Universal
daughter going to
Studios.
all that
Yeah.
new
Yeah,
shit.
Universal
All
Studios.
that
My
shit. I
daughter
love
every-
Like I said,
Universal. I
like,
love Venture.
I do it again, park in the garage and walk down because you get to see all the
Yeah,
restaurants
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that
I'm gonna
shit.
definitely take my
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Well, even when we do, we tell the restaurants that we went to. They got like it's called Toothsome. It's basically like the chocolate factory of
Oh, yeah, yeah,
restaurants.
all
No.
the, all the ice
yeah,
cream,
so,
everything.
so we just went there and she
Yeah, we went around all that shit.
What is it called?
Toothsome.
Toothsome.
Yeah, it's like
So
all
it's
chocolate, it's
basically
mad
the
candy,
chocolate
everything.
factory,
Yeah, and my daughter loved that too.
That's in
Like,
Orlando.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
in Universal Studios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
in,
Walk
well, it's
Way.
in City Walk. Yeah, it's in City
It's in
Walk.
the City Walk. Yeah, City
Yeah.
Walk is nice. City
That's
Walk is
hard.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
hard.
So, man, look, man, we got this shit called the Icebreaker, man. I'm going to start off with you, man.
Icebreaker.
You ready? What's a spot that you would tell me not to go to? That you went to and you was like, nah, that ain't the one. Any spot you can name. You can name any spot.
What you mean though? Like
A spot in Atlanta, a spot out of
Restaurant.
town, like this.
food, like food?
Food wise, experience wise, you just like, you know how somebody hyped you up to go there and you went and it wasn't the one. What's that?
Where would I say that? Probably got down a sugar factory for sure.
Oh, overrated here?
Nothing.
Overrated here.
First of all, obviously, you know what I'm saying. The drinks
Now, Miami
is-
Sugar
the
Factory
drink-
dope.
The drinks is high, obviously,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying. Besides that, like, obviously the drinks gonna be high. It's a
Right.
sugar factory.
Right.
The food is nothing.
Right.
Like, the food is like, it looks good, but it's just that it's like bland as fuck. Like,
So I'm telling niggas not to go to the
It-
Sugar
it's
Factory.
like-
Man, I was gonna take my daughter one day too.
but nah, it's cool for kids though. Like, cause they got
We
a
just went
good
to
little
Philly.
brunch. Like,
They
you
got
know what I'm saying?
that. They got the
Bruh,
burger. They
yo,
burgers
me
with the
and my-
colors
yo, I ain't gonna
on
lie,
it.
y'all.
For the kids,
Yo, I ain't
though,
gonna
for
lie,
the
yo.
kids,
And that
like-
nigga say anything about breakfast or brunch, that's something that you cannot fuck up, y'all.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
a restaurant cook that, that's nothing that you, me and him just had this conversation. If you could brunch and breakfast, that's the easiest shit to cook.
For sure.
Like if you fuck that up, then your restaurant need to be shut down.
If you can
But,
get a
like, for
poppin'
that
ass
food
brunch
and
or
shit,
breakfast
though,
spot, you making money.
Yeah, because it's easy. The what's the name make it don't
The
cost that
profit
much.
is crazy on
Yeah.
eggs and shit like that. Toast.
You can charge a nigga $30 for a toast plate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? $30. Eggs, toast, you know what I'm saying?
Cost you
and
$3.50
then
to
even
make.
they drinks ain't even strong for real.
Oh no, a
It's
lot of
like-
restaurants that's a trick bag too.
It's like, damn, I want to, you know what I'm saying? My mom, you know what I'm saying? Cousin them like, damn, I want to at least feel a little
But
good.
oh no,
You know what
no.
I'm saying? They like, oh, we
I better
finna
start
go.
pocket rocking. I know that
Like, they
is.
like it's
Put
good
that
for
bottle in your
presentation.
mama
though.
or your girl purse, and you get that motherfucker.
Like-
Pass that baby. Shit, I'd have been on Raised on the River. Hey, boo, pass me that. You got me fucked up. Pass the pussy, baby. Fuck that. Cause Raised, they not trying. Most restaurants I know don't try to get you drunk because they don't want you to fuck up their establishment. One, they get drunk. So restaurant, they don't want you to be too loud. They don't want you to talk. So most restaurants, if you drinking, that shit weak. Unless you going like, when you get it to get drunk in the restaurant, your tab on alcohol gotta be like 500 or more. What you think?
You want me to tell you what I know?
What?
What I know is that the more that you drink in certain restaurants, right? So they may start you off with your Patron, and they're gonna start you off with your Douce and all that stuff. And I guarantee, by the end of the night, if you're drunk enough, they're giving you well liquor, and they're not giving you. You might be ordering a Douce, you might be ordering Casamigos, but they're giving you well tequila, because at that point you don't know the difference.
See this shit? See that's what you got in the sugar factory.
Damn.
My dog gave it to her because she done had a restaurant. That's what she was doing to them
Damn.
folks. That's what she was doing.
She was
But
That's what she was doing.
that's how they can make how they can make up for
I
all
don't
those
lie
shots.
though. What's so crazy though, bro? That's why I only drink Douce. I can tell when it's bogus, y'all. Word to my mama. Me and him, we'll be in the spot like,
They gave you some crime
hey,
apple.
this ain't the one. What you talking about? Man, go open up another bottle. You gotta show me open that bitch up in front of me. This ain't Douce though.
Yeah.
I know it ain't. It's true. It ain't smooth. Like, boy, this E and J. You don't put it in this bottle. This Douce ain't
I'm
bottle.
telling you, because at that
Put
point,
that
at that
But not
point,
get me. Man, go get. Hey, look. Wrong, right playing, wrong man. Go switch the bottle off, my boy. For real. 'Cause this is E and J.
I want the real deal.
Yeah, I can tell Douce. You get what I'm saying?
When you really drink, you get your
yeah, when you
Yeah,
really
like, when you really drink,
but that's what they do.
So that's
They
how I
say-
know about restaurants. Like, bruh, I'm a fat nigga. Me and my fiance going to any restaurant. We're going to try that shit out. My man just told me don't try the steak market out. He said that shit butt. He said overrated.
I'm still trying that motherfucker.
Man, my man told me don't try it. I ain't spending my $1,000 to try it. Niggas gonna save me $1,000.
Yeah.
For a steak?
Yeah, he said the steak market.
I got to go, man.
They said overrated.
I got to
So I done
go.
spent $60 on a steak before, but it's $1,000.
They said the bill be
They said they said market price.
Huh?
They said market price.
They said the bill be like, they said the bill gonna be between $700 and $800.
Market price is whatever I want it to be.
How was it?
Overrated. I went 3 times.
Oh, you done been 3. Oh yeah, I'm done.
It can't be. You went 3 times, gang. You went 3
He
times.
like it, but he saying
you was trying
he
to
like
gun
it, but he saying it's
It's either you
overrated.
was gunning something, or you was really like you was trying to gun something.
He's trying to get
Ain't no way
Wait
you
a
went
minute.
in 3
I'm
times
confused. Is
before
the
that.
whole bill that or just because I
the
didn't?
bill.
Yeah, the
Oh, that's kind of normal, y'all.
Yeah.
Like
No,
if
that's
you go,
normal for. I'm
I was
talking
about to say,
about.
well, depending on how many
$1,000.
people,
What's normal?
but how
Going
many
out to eat
people?
$1,000, like $5.
Go out to eat.
Yeah, if me and my fiance go out to, and we go to Raise on the River or anything like that, we gonna
Oh
spend
wait,
$500 to
not,
$700.
well, not for 2 people, but
Oh, y'all eating good.
Your check will be at least 5. The fuck? How many
for 2 people.
No, at steak market,
Oh,
you
that's
5.
excessive. That's excessive. Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. Me and
Oh,
my
okay,
You
okay,
might
that's
spend a band
excessive.
at steak
Me-
market.
that
That's
was
what
a-
people.
You gotta boss up.
I'm about to say a steak being like $80
But we just went
that's
to.
be
But what
normal
we just went to?
sometimes.
What that shit was?
Yeah.
That shit was over. Yo, Junior's. I mean the little cheesecake spot. Overrated as fuck when it come to food.
Yeah,
The
dinner,
food was
that
butt.
dinner trash.
And we spent about. It was about. What I had about five.
Wait,
about
Cheesecake Factory?
No,
It's not
oh,
Cheesecake,
cheesecake is
I'm about
definitely
to
trash.
say.
Yeah, Junior.
Shit over with.
Whoa,
Cheesecake Factory, cheesecake good, food trash.
Whoa.
I'm about to say I like their
Cheesecake Factory is
salmon,
overrated.
Yeah,
but it's
miso
been
salmon.
years.
all
I'm about to say I like their salmon,
That's
but
what we
it's
go
been
get. Miso
years.
salmon.
Everybody get
You gotta
miso.
think
Oh, yeah, I was
cheesecake menu
like-
is
book.
crazy.
Cheesecake
That bitch
menu
is
got
a
a
book.
book.
You got to go through that, and you got 4 things you go in and really know that it's gonna be good.
What?
Applebee's to me now.
Oh, cheese. Yeah, that's not talking about
Cheesecake,
cheesecake.
yeah.
That's why you at the steak market 3 fucking times. Nigga, eat some
I ain't gonna lie, the Cheesecake Factory like
Bug it out.
Applebee's to me too though.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I've been to Applebee's.
I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory in years. I've been to Applebee's before I've been to Cheesecake, actually, I feel like. Yeah.
Tough, damn.
TGI Friday so bad.
Oh, me too. I order it out. Like I ain't going to that business simple. Like,
TJ Basuda.
I ain't too good to
Next
eat
time you
none
go to
of them
TJ, call
motherfuckers.
me, man. I'm gonna give you everything you need on that motherfucker.
Lunchtime special.
Yeah.
You getting drink? Oh yeah, at the bar you getting
Meet
drinks.
me at the bar.
You getting drinks. You're not going there for no food.
Lunchtime special be crazy.
What you getting? Potato skins?
All that shit.
The fuck? Mozzarella
Look
sticks?
at my dog, man.
You get mozzarella sticks. and
Eat
potato
all that
skins.
shit.
The fuck?
I love
That shit horrible, son.
What about you? What's the spot you went to? And you just like everybody told you to go, then you got there like, man, that motherfucker ain't it.
Man, probably like Put Shack or like Top
Ooh,
Golf.
Push Shack.
I fuck with it. I
I just
fuck
went to
with
Put
it.
Shack.
And we.
I
Push
fuck
Shack is
with it.
definitely fun.
I fuck with it.
Yeah,
I'm
Push
saying, Uncle,
Shack
I'm
is
mixed. I
fun.
got mixed feelings.
I like
It's
that it's
fun.
indoors. I don't
But
like
it
that
just
sun
ain't,
shit
well,
with
it
putt
just
putt.
ain't. Like when somebody talk about it, like ooh, 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 like they'll hype it up, but
Yeah,
I mean, like it's cool. Like yeah, you know, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like we play some
Disclaimer,
put.
for your Push Shack, you better choose the right one to take the Push Shack. Cause if she I can go have a good time and chill, like it's fun activities.
And
Okay,
drink.
that's a vibe. But if she like to eat and you went to that and for that,
Yeah, you
that
ain't no food ain't
experience
there.
will fuck up
That's
your
what
whole
I'm
vibe.
saying.
Yeah.
Like the menu ain't there.
It's made for fun.
Man,
like,
that
The
Push
menu
Shack
ain't
food,
there. It like
man,
3
I would never-
pizzas.
And we fucking with a bartender and like, man, I'm holding you down. Like, okay, boom, fuck with me. I'm boom, boom.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's cool. Like
I was
'cause
like, what
I
the
had a
fuck is
reservation for food.
that
You know what I'm
shit
saying? We done
over.
put
And I like to eat.
but then you know it's 2 different type of holes. So like you only can make reservation for. And then they give you 9. You
2
feel
different
me?
types.
So then
I know a
like
couple
shit.
more than 2, but-
Goddamn.
It wasn't
Yeah.
it though.
But it was cool. I'm saying I had
It
brought the
wasn't
whole fam, but it was like shit. They want to eat some good shit. They don't want their pizza.
Push
Like,
Shack might
my
be
sister
top
talking
dog
about this
on
shit ain't
drugs.
good. You feel me?
Top
Like,
golf is overrated.
Top golf.
Top Golf overrated. I was about to say
Overrated
that
as
was
fuck.
Man, Top Golf is
Boy,
good.
years ago.
you talking about nacho? Go to the movie,
The
nigga.
food at Top Golf is
Talk
butt.
about nacho.
special with them.
You heard me? The food at Top Golf is butt. That's over. I was gonna tell you
But-
that's gonna be mine.
That's what I said. I
Yeah.
said put. I said
Already
put Shack. I
fired
said put Shack and Top Golf.
Huh?
It's better than Push Shack.
Yeah, right. We done been. I done been to Top Golf now. Something that ran out of food. All we got is this. Top golf is overrated as fuck.
Maybe we just don't like golf.
All that
Go to
no,
these
cuz, you know
spots
what I'm
looking
gonna
for
say?
food,
And this,
man.
I only been one time. But the one time.
I've been like 3.
No,
I
I'm
ain't
talking about
3
the spot I'm gonna give you.
What?
And I talked highly because I'm just looking at the menu like, damn, they make it look good in this bitch. This shit fire. The menu fire. They talking
Right.
about oysters.
I know you talking about.
Ocean Prime.
Nope.
No,
Nope,
but
nope.
blue cert. No, blue. What's that blue cert? No, on North Ave.
Blue seafood.
That blue
On-
seafood
on
on North
North
Ave.
side.
No, what's
North
on?
side.
No, what's
That's
on?
what we talking about.
What's man? That shit trash.
There you go.
That shit over with. That shit over with.
Yeah, I'm glad.
They brought my shit. That shit over with. Cause we eat seafood. Them oysters. That shit over with.
wasn't
You won't
fresh.
never get my money like that again. And y'all bring man what? Cause I spent the sick. Man,
Seesaw, I heard that's good.
Oh,
You know
Seesaw
what
my
I'm saying?
spot. I get Seesaw daily. Listen to me.
Hold on.
Hold on. Look.
Check him out.
Listen,
Check him out.
listen,
Check him
listen.
out.
Seesaw my shit. Dead ass. I fuck with Seesaw.
You know, I just
you
found
gotta
out
be a
about
real
Seesaw.
player to fall off in Seesaw.
Oh
too,
yeah,
no
yeah.
cap.
Them
So
folks, you know
Seesaw
what
now,
I'm
I eat good with Seesaw, but boy, that blue motherfucker. And me and Cuz, we see that shit. I call him. I talk highly of like, yo, Cuz, this shit fire. They got the oysters on Wednesday. I'm fucking with
I
it.
fuck with the oysters raw
And these
on the
niggas bring
ice.
my food, son.
saying?
And my waitress
What?
was ass. That bitch was trash.
I bet your girlfriend. I bet you won't be single right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
I bet he won't be single right now. He's eating the raw oysters.
I tried the raw oyster.
Yeah, I bet he won't be single. Yeah.
Buzz,
Knocking her head off her body. The Rockefeller.
Yeah, the Rockefeller.
I ordered the raw oysters. I get the fried joints. I had the fucking salmon. I went, I was chilling that night. I was chilling that
And
night.
you was feeling good.
So
vibe.
I'm trying shit. I'm like, this is the first. Let me see I'm telling you, the ambiance look crazy. You walk in, it look good. The menu looking like, oh damn, y'all got all this. You gotta fuck with it. Then they bringing this food. I'm like, man, what? Man, what? I felt like dirt.
Ain't no way.
So ain't no way this shit
Ain't
like.
no way, boy.
She said it's good. I'm over here. She said cheese ain't gotta be
Tonight
good.
when it's popping. I only been once. That's why I said I've been once. And the night I went made me feel
What you
like
ate when you went in the rice?
I
You
just
talking
the
about
regular, the low boil. What you go there for? Actual seafood, crab, shrimp, all of that kind of stuff.
No, see, the right.
It's gonna be what?
What you think?
What?
Oh, overrated?
Yeah, that you
Y'all
went
ain't
to.
gonna like this shit. They're from the South? Chick-fil-A. That shit is not what's up. That's
What?
not
Man,
good.
that's the best. That ain't even fast food.
Hey, yo,
man.
no cap. Chick-fil-A might be borderline OV.
It's over.
Oh, y'all doing Chick-fil-A like that?
Chick-fil-A just give you. Let me tell you,
That's
Chick-fil-A.
the only spot you can go to until fast food. Give me 17 sauces.
Nate,
And they gonna give them
that's what I said.
That's the only spot.
No charge. He took everything I need. No charge. Yo, Nate took everything I need. Said that was fucking niggas up. Cause niggas know you get the customer service for that. And for fast food, it's like,
It ain't fast food.
But
Don't
bro,
put them in the
it's
fast food
A-.
price. This is quick
Everyone's
food.
like, eat Chick-fil-A,
They got a
eat
good
Chick-fil-A, eat
operation.
Chick-fil-A.
They got
Yeah,
a good track.
Bro, they got good managerial skills.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie though. For like the past month though,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A fries has been. It's just been butt. The fries
What's
been
it
weak.
called? Yeah, I don't. That's overrated as fuck.
You don't like Chick-fil-A?
I don't.
What about
It ain't
Wi-Fi?
good. Who?
Oh, Waffle House dead.
I ain't been to
Yeah,
Waffle
Waffle
House
House
yet.
ain't
I
You never
said-
been to Waffle
Me
House?
and my daughter, we gonna go tomorrow. Well, I said that before.
Oh, no,
we
you
leave.
got
I
to
ain't never been.
Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that on a regular day. Waffle House when you get dead ass drunk.
She been Orlando.
What?
Are you drink at the Waffle House?
No, you need to be drunk when you get that.
Depending on where you at.
You heard me? Hey,
You gotta
listen.
be intoxicated.
You heard me? Hey, listen.
Starving. You gotta be starving.
Nah, Waffle House good.
There you go.
You gotta be so.
I used to work at the Waffle House.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. What's the name? You gotta be, I ain't gonna lie. To eat Waffle House, you gotta be drunk.
Gotta
I
be.
used to eat that shit every day. I used to work at that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, that's why you eat that bitch. You ain't do it because you wanted to.
Every day. That shit
That
good.
would cookout sober be bugging out.
Oh, cookout butt.
And crystals.
Crystal's
You
definitely
know it ain't then you get all
Oh, I
that
think I had
food
cookout before. Yeah, that is trash.
Man, oh, that Crystal butt. Man, Crystal is.
Hey, yo, the right,
That is White Castle.
Yeah.
The right, you coming to
Your
eat
food, your
with us.
food is.
You coming to eat with us.
You gotta eat with
Right,
us.
you coming to eat with us. We
But
take
you
you
know
to
what?
eat with
I
us.
never been in Atlanta. I only been to like the rich, highfalutin names like Umi, which I love Umi and stuff like that. But I've never been to like any of the.
Umi, what? That's like a crystals?
Umi is.
I'm about to say, damn.
We don't know what that
It's next to the. It's in Buckhead next to like the Dior store.
Oh, come on, man. Listen, all right, listen. You fucked up that. And make the spots. I got the food spots for y'all to go. Like,
But Umi fire.
Yeah, Umi overrated. I know about Umi. Umi butt, really, too. It's in the, all right, don't spots like that. It be
is fire. They
the ambiance you like. That's what you like, the ambiance.
And the garden room food is not that good, but the art garden room is good.
Garden is trash.
The garden room food is not good, but it's pretty in there. So I haven't been to any of the hood spots in Atlanta.
Oh man, it's my spots. They got a few spots in them. I'm glad. Home said Seesaw really one of the ones. That's one of my ones in the cut. Seesaw.
I got a friend who
Seesaw
works
really.
in it.
Chop is good. Chop good. Chop is good. Chop good.
You say it's Seesaw good.
Raised on the river. Raised in the city.
Yeah, raised on the river. I had raised on the river before.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Seesaw, you pop into that motherfucker, son. Seesaw, and they after hour, you go and get fresh seafood. That shit fire. I'm talking about
I love hibachi.
Kiku.
What's it called?
No, Kiku's trash.
Kiku's alright. Kiku's alright.
Which one?
Japanese
Benny
food, my favorite
Benny Hunters
food
or
is
Kiku?
hibachi.
Benny Hunters or Kiku?
Benny Hunters overrated.
Benny Hunters or
And you know they
Kiku?
got rid of the white sauce. They got rid of the yum yum sauce at Benny Hanna's. I said, y'all trash as fuck. Yes, they got rid of it. They said, too, I swear to God, or at least in Florida they did.
He need that yum
At
yum
least in
sauce.
Florida they did. They said that too many people was ordering yum yum and taking away from the actual food, so they stopped selling yum yum sauce. I said, this is it.
That garlic butter and yum yum sauce was made.
What's your food without yum yum? What's your food without yum yum?
That big ass garlic butter.
Double rice. You gotta double your rice. You ain't gonna
really overrated too.
No, I love it.
It's a trick, man.
It's really about the experience. It's about the experience. It's about the experience. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even care about the experience. I go to Hibachi in Rochester and they don't even gotta do that shit.
Copeland's. He said Copeland's.
Kobe's?
No, there's a Kobe in Rochester though.
Oh, Kobe's.
What's it called?
Oh, we there.
You were Tyler Perry.
Yeah, we there. I'm down there tomorrow.
Yeah, send me the shit. Yeah, send me the jug.
We like free shit.
we like
Yeah, well, I'm
You know
going.
how much money I spend?
I'm going to
I like
Orlando
free
later
shit.
on this month.
Hey, my boy.
God, I need
Hey, I'm going later on this month. Put me down. Forward me the info once you got down. You know what I'm saying?
Rich people love free shit.
I got back from New Jersey. I looked at my shit. I said, man, what we was doing over there. But we had a ball. We had too much of a motherfucking ball.
It was worth it though.
It was worth it though. The kids love that shit. That's what we do.
That's what we
They
do
do
it
love
for.
it.
Well, man, my
It was
daughter
worth
been way more places than my daughter.
But you know what? My daughter, hold up. My daughter's ungrateful.
God, but my daughter been way more places.
My son
She just went
came
to
back
Hawaii
from,
last year. She went to New York City. I took her to Hawaii for spring break. She just went to. She'd been in Minnesota, Dallas when she was 1 year old. She's been to Texas, Miami. She goes to New York City all the time. And then we didn't take a trip for like 4 months, and she's just like.
Oh yeah, you got John Travolta kids.
She just like right.
I got on the wrong plane. Hey, you ever heard about that?
No.
He took his kids to the airport for the first time, and they was actually like, Daddy, why these people on our plane? They used to be in,
private. Yeah.
They like, Dad, why everybody on our planes and shit? He said that was like the most embarrassing moment he ever had. And they was sitting in first class, and the kids still acting like, Daddy, why are these people on the plane? Crazy.
See how they just hit North too at the joint they coming out. She said, "Why y'all always waiting for us?" That shit real like kids.
Got to meet them
Yeah,
too.
kids do that.
When we was at American Dream Mall, they was at
She
American
said,
Dream
bro.
Mall.
Yeah.
She said, "Why is y'all always waiting?"
She don't understand. She too
She
little.
said, "Man, we love y'all. Y'all celebrities, North." She like, whatever. Every time we come out
And
this
she
joint,
a
y'all out here
Gemini
waiting.
too. Her attitude on the
Yeah, like, what is going on?
Yeah, she just going up.
Kids.
Man, kids, you gotta think. My daughter be saying, my daughter be saying shit. You be like,
And kids don't have filters,
How old your
so
daughter then turn? Oh yeah, my son he 3. He crazy.
they don't got filters.
My daughter be saying some shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, my daughter be fucking me up. Like I told you the other day, she fucked me and Rich up. Rich walking in my house, she like, you my dad about to go to work? And that nigga like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, other type of shit. It's just like, kids be catching every fucking thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Just like,
I really tell her like, man, no, this ain't.
But
But
we had
She looked me in my eyes like, yo, Uncle Richie. I'm like, what's up? Like, you my daddy about to go to work. I'm like, nah, why you say that? Because boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yo, get this little girl the fuck away from this.
my son at the family function, right? He mean his big cousin for the first time. Man, he 3. They like 15, 16. So they trying to be respectful, like ask can they get something to drink? Like, can we get something to drink out the cooler? They like, yeah, for everybody. So my son hear them asking. I guess he been thirsty the whole time. He say, hey, bro, get me one too. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, what the fuck?
hey, man, give me one of them motherfuckers.
They like, everybody like, hey. And so they like, the boy, he looking like, he like, can I get him one? Like, what should I do? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm saying.
Swing me one of them.
Yeah. They be little parrots.
I ain't gonna lie, but my daughter and his daughter be having conversations, boy. His daughter called me Uncle Nate. She don't even say my shit all the way. She's like, Uncle Nate. I'm like, what you talking about? She's like, Uncle Nate. Why my dad be walking around with his shirt off just like you? I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, why are you telling me that?
They parrots.
They catch
They soak everything up. You gotta be careful what you say.
All
Shit,
that.
just like when you get to the park, if you're trying to pass off a 3-year-old.
Oh no, that's a been dead.
Yeah, you gotta prep her. You gotta prep her like, oh no.
My daughter gonna throw her hands up and all that.
I be like, look, girl, shut up. You a 3. You a 3. You a 3.
And you know what's crazy? It's
White
crazy
people
y'all
do
say
boy, they
that. 'Cause I swear to
can't
God.
be sitting there all silent and shit.
Yeah.
Just rolling through.
When we just went to Jersey,
I'm trying to get you free,
this shit has never ever happened to me. But I'm just because we already paid for it, so I ain't even tripping off of it. So we go through the security, we get to the TS where they got to check your ID and whatever. So they like, yo, okay, check mine. I got my daughter, it's me, Doodle Butt, and her. So when we check her, she checks Sanai shit. He like, okay. He like, hey, how you doing, man? I'm thinking he just talking to my daughter. He like, hey, how you doing? He like, yo, how old are you? She like 2. She like, who's this guy right here with you? She like, my daddy. He's like, okay. Now I said, yo, son, you really just tried to see what was going on to check this shit. I said,
Kids don't
yo,
lie like that. Yeah, they be
said,
trafficking and
that
they
shit
don't
was
lie like that.
it fucked me up. Cause I'm like, oh, they really asked. He's like, yo, how you doing? They was talking like, oh, it was a lot of preliminaries before. Like, yo, oh, I see you got the. I'm thinking, she's like, yo, how old are you? Cause she still got her pass to boom checking like, how old are you? Sanai 2. Oh, who is this? Oh, who is this? Who is he? She's like, oh, my daddy.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking like, but I'm like, oh, you working?
Yeah.
If I was
Even in Costa Rica.
But that's good though.
That's good.
It is good.
Niggas taking nigga kids
I was
these
like,
days.
yo,
Child
that
trafficking
shit
is
was
like
crazy.
big in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
That shit was crazy.
That too.
Yeah.
The Amber Alerts be butt as hell down
That's
there.
what's crazy. So I could just
Now you ignore them shit. Now you be looking at
because
them
sometimes she'll say, yo, but you, if she with Natty and I ask like, what's my name? She'll be like, yo, Uncle Richie. So I'm like, yo, just imagine she'll be like, yo, Uncle Richie. And they would have been looking like, yo, hold on, like, man, stop
we
playing.
ask you
That's crazy. That's
Even as
crazy.
adults, we left Costa Rica and they asked us hella questions. They want to know where we work, where we stay at, how much. Like
yeah,
they
come
asked
back in.
everything coming back into the U.S.
Well, let me tell you about that. When you get that passport coming back in the States, it's like a fucking interrogation. Did you bring anything back?
Yeah.
Everybody is over there.
But he
Stop
said-
at any other place that you weren't supposed to go to. You be like, God damn, all
Yeah.
right.
But
I ain't never flew out the country.
Came back in. That's like a jail interview when you come back in. I'm like, so where did you go? Did anybody get anything unexpected? All that type of shit. They be asking you all them questions.
But that's what I found interesting because another nigga came up afterward and he was just like, so how did you feel about her asking those questions? Like, did you feel like she did a good job? Was she nice? Whatever. I said, it's intrusive. I said, why do you need to know? He was just like, well, it's to pinpoint terrorists. I said, you gotta be a stupid motherfucking terrorist to, like, I could tell you, you just asked me where I work, nigga. I could tell you where I make up some shit. You ain't gonna confirm it. I'm gonna tell you where I work, where I live, and this is it.
Only how you gonna know if it's a terrorist company, nigga gotta get the drop.
Yeah.
I gotta get the drop, like, yo, I need to come through the joint. I always wanted to ask, like, it's this show that come on where they got people that come through, like, the airports in New York. They be getting popped. Like, one nigga had the whole joint. He had the whole front wall, like, the whole lay down. Man, they pulled this nigga shit up, man. Home had like a brick broke up into like his whole
braid and shit.
Yeah, like into it, like they had to pull this shit. This shit was glued, but all together it was like a brick of cocaine that he had like in little pieces under the joint. I'm like, how did they know that? Like, if you look at dude, somebody had to call and get them niggas to drop. Like,
but they got the dogs now.
Yeah.
Where this was at? They didn't have dogs?
Nah, but you know, dog. I just found out dogs only found smell for like bombs and shit.
Yeah. Oh, so not narcotics?
They got a narcotic dog now, but at first they used to just be bomb dogs.
Okay.
For like a nigga that just got what's the name? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, them dogs used to scare the shit out of a nigga too. You come through that bitch, even if you ain't did that.
Yo, you can be walking through that bitch with nothing.
And then your heart started like, damn, do I got something on me?
We all see it right now. If the police pull up behind you right now, you get scared. I ain't gonna lie, boy. For the last 2 days, I know I've been straight as a motherfucker. Tags, good, and everything. Police truck get behind me and ride. I'm like, what the fuck I got? I'm gonna look at like, put the phone
You know
down.
what? Wait. So I just got pulled over in Rochester recently, going into Ronnequit. My grandmother wants to Ronnequit. And he pulled me over, and mind you, I haven't had a ticket in 5 years. I used to be a terrible driver. I'm still not the best driver, but I used to get tickets as a terrible driver. Now I don't.
Right.
I ain't had a ticket in 5 years. He pulled me over. He asked me for all my shit, and I was like, oh, I don't have my. I gave him, I guess, 2 expired insurances. I was like, I got insurance, sir. They take my money every month. So he was like, okay, your license good. I'm like, yeah. He go back to the car. He come back. He's like, okay, so just so good thing is you got insurance. I said, well, I know I got insurance. I said, what you mean good thing? He was like, so the bad news is your license expired. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, so I gotta. I said, no, you don't gotta do nothing. You can just tell me that my license is expired, but it expired on my birthday, I guess, finally this past year because I turned 30. And
you gotta get you a new one.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Dang, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Every time you get pulled off, you be like, damn, what they put me over? I know I ain't doing that.
I know. I felt mad.
It's like when them niggas get behind you, like, this nigga follow me from Foot and Industrial, like the top by like where the creek trip at, like all the way down to the Bankhead. Like, I'm like, yeah, this nigga behind me for a minute. So he was just waiting for me to do one thing wrong, like anything I would have did wrong. He probably gonna pull me.
You were driving straight in there.
No, man, that motherfucking nigga 2 hands. You know what you gotta do? Put the phone down. Phone don't run like 4 times. I'm like, man, what's that phone? Like, yeah, nigga. You doing the not with that, yo. I ain't gonna lie, something about that all black motherfucking police car out here that ain't got nothing but all black that's coming off South Fulton.
No rims. You just been riding, right? And then you ain't check your rims. You been riding. And you in this dark neighborhood, and next thing you know, you just hit a stop sign and they get behind you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, I did almost 10 years on a suspended license.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
get you quick. 10.
And avoided and been
I ain't gonna remember one time they got pulled up. I thought he was go. I was like, they got cuz this time. Like, cuz, come get me. He let me go. I was like, go. Yeah, he just say these niggas to drive this bitch. Yo, hey, yo, look, one time, bro. So look, we used to take trips, y'all. Like, me and this nigga used to ride together. He was like, yo, cuz, y'all niggas let me either drive from Georgia to the next state line, or y'all let me drive when we get to Georgia coming in, cuz. Yeah. And we could do that.
Anything out of Georgia, I'm not doing.
He's like, why the fuck you say that? He's like, cuz we get pulled over. Shit. At least I know y'all niggas know me in Georgia like that. He said, he take me to Tennessee somewhere. Take me somewhere and one of these little duck off. So, bro, one day we riding, bro. It's me, him, my little nephew, and my brother. Both of these niggas got suspended license. So my brother driving, right? I'm like, how the fuck you driving so slow? He's like, man, fuck that, man. We gonna get there, right? Y'all want me to drive, right? This nigga was doing the speed limit. So you got cars behind us and shit like, me. I'm like, yo, son, why you want me? I'm like, man, fuck that, man. He's like, man, I'm hot. I'm gonna run all that. That shit. Bro, what's the stupidest trips with these niggas, bro? These niggas no license. I'm talking about 14 hours, niggas, like, all the way there, bro. That's what I say.
I'm talking about even getting pulled over and niggas throwing everything on cuz. I'm talking about now it's Georgia. I reach Georgia like, oh, this the finish line. Yeah. Bitch, we gunning. Man, that nigga trying to gun that bitch and them lights hit us with the Uber, but we gotta tell your cousin.
I'm asleep.
Nate waking up like, boy, what the fuck is you doing? Because they about to pull me over. They taking me. You got to hold all that.
Toronto had us pulled over for like.
Oh no, that's the worst place.
10
My sister.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
had
go
to
around
throw
there,
the shit out
yeah,
the
you don't got
window,
your
but
ID
they could
with you,
smell
man.
it in the car, the weed.
Yeah. You know that. You know now that back in the day, Toronto was like growing up. That was like the first place I ever went to kick to that because you only had to be 18 to go over there and get drunk, all that shit, go to the strip
Shit, our
club.
schools used to take us for baseball, at least mine.
So look, now that shit, now you gotta have a passport. So but it's so close to right. Yeah, you gotta have a passport to get Toronto. Or you can't have no felony.
Yeah, I know the felony. Yeah, I know the felony.
Yeah, you gotta have a passport or enhanced driver's license.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? So look, my sister fucked around and went the wrong way because you know you go the wrong way, you go to Niagara Falls. She bring my daughter to Buffalo. They fucked around and went and had to go they had to go into Canada and come back out. On the way come back out, they called and asked her. She had to call me and verify who my daughter was because they asked her like all that shit. Because, you know what
I respect it to a T to a certain extent. It's just like damn, but it's like when you really get emotional trying to, you're like, come on now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you gotta have a passport. If you got a felony, you still can't get in Toronto.
Felony shit, wow. My man
even with
stuck
misdemeanors,
in,
they pull you over.
Yeah, my man stuck just after the COVID shit. He went his daughter, cause he from Ethiopia, but he was he was born there, but he moved to Georgia, so he was raised here his whole life. His fiance, he married now.
Mm-hmm.
His fiance is from Canada, lived there. He went over there to go have his baby. Like, yo, let me be there for the birth and all that. COVID hit. He couldn't leave. That boy still stuck over there. Like, bro, I'm ready to come home so bad. And what? He can't come home.
Right.
Yo,
Y'all ain't seen Toronto?
He in Toronto. He in
Really?
I don't know if it's Toronto. I just know he's in Canada. He can't come
Y'all
back.
know
He's
Canada
stuck
right
over
now,
there.
they ain't even like, they still on that
Well,
basketball
they
players
open
and shit come
their
over
thing
there.
back up.
If you ain't vaccinated, nah, but if you ain't vaccinated, you still can't go to Toronto and
That
all
boy
that
been trying
shit.
to come back for the
I ain't
longest.
gonna lie. One of my boys, he had like he grew up here, but he's from Toronto though.
Right.
But like when Trump was in office, he had did something, and he had like they had ran his papers like, oh yeah, you gotta go.
They deported him.
Yeah, so he had to go, but he was able to come back like recently though, like.
They will deport your ass. I know a couple of years they got that deport you. For real.
Yeah, that should be wild.
So tonight, man, we talking about, since all y'all entrepreneurs, man, what's the biggest risk you ever took?
Big risk.
I done taken many risks. I done had $50K check that we just then invested on some shit that was a gamble and then had no money. I done had opened a full-blown fine dining restaurant with $65K that produced $45 to $50K a month. I done done mad shit that's a risk. So risk taking is part of the game.
That's offending.
So I didn't take a lot of risks. But even honestly, I think the biggest risk was at the time I wasn't always this way, and my man that I was with at the time, he was basically not having a bitch that worked 9 to 5, as he would put it. So you had to be an entrepreneur. So it was just like I had to.
He made you tough. He built you for it tough.
You know what? As he would say, is that he would say that he already saw that I was an entrepreneur in me, and I just am not that type of person. Like business is like I don't hold that to my heart. Like other stuff gets to me. So, but yeah, so just the risk of like quitting that job and then relying on him to support me fully. At the time, he paid all the bills and everything like that. I'm like, my grandmama don't do shit like that. She don't just, she teach you don't give up your income and have a nigga take care of you and your baby. So, doing that was probably the biggest risk at the
Grandma
time.
was one of the ones.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. My grandma was sitting around letting granddad run through the street. Yeah. My granddad was for the street.
Yeah, I was gonna say my grandma, she was always be like, if he ain't pinking the paper, then whatever. But she's like, you always got your own money, and he wanted me to quit my job, so I quit my job, and I've worked for us in a sense, essentially. And that was probably the
Well,
biggest
shit,
risk
he
I
made
took.
you an entrepreneur, turned you to an
He
entrepreneur.
did.
That's dope. What about you, my boy? What's one of the biggest risks you ever took?
I wouldn't count my business as a risk, you know what I'm saying?
It is, because you put your money in shit.
Nah,
It ain't got to hit.
I'm betting on myself though.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, hey, what I expect. Hey, it's a risk, but at the end of the day, it'll always be me. I'm betting on myself. So shit, I'm gonna win. In my head, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, at the end of the day, so I don't see that as a risk. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna win. But I say like, risk putting my trust in somebody. You know, like that's probably the biggest risk I done took. You know, like a female, homeboy, or something like that. That's always gonna be like, cause I'm I'm just a genuine person. I'm gonna always treat somebody like I always knew you. So goddamn, you do so right.
Right.
Shit, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be me. So that's probably the biggest risk I take. I open up to ease.
Me too, bro.
What about you, my brother? One of your biggest risks?
Probably.
Touch your ass up, dude. God damn, man. Let the boy answer this damn question. Man, what's one of your biggest risks you took, man?
I'd probably say investing a lot of money in the business. I had space-based. So basically I had like all of the exotic drinks, the exotic chips, and all that stuff. So like one thing I learned with that was really like people like love to be like, you know what I'm saying, it look good, like, oh yeah, damn, what that is, like, and then once you tell them how much it costs, they be like, nah, I really don't, I ain't trying to spend that, but it'll really be just because of how they feel about you, but in reality, like, they'll go buy it from the other store just because they feel like, well, they got a store, they got this, they got that, but it's like, it's the same product, and you can get it at an even cheaper price for me, but you would rather go to the store just because the store got like credibility, which is like understandable, but it's like to a certain extent. So really just learning like how to maneuver that and understand, you know, like the business is gonna come with certain aspects that you really can't see until you done been in it. So,
You gotta
I said-
understand, like, a lot of your customers gonna be strangers, like, most
Yeah,
of them.
for sure.
Like,
I mean, most people that's gonna fuck with you.
Your main
Yeah.
people not gonna really
Your
buy
people,
your
your
shit,
homeboy,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, they gonna feel
They want to know, your main people want to hook up
They
from
met
you.
you in a certain place, you wasn't doing this or doing that, so they like you like, what?
Macy's
You know what I'm saying? But your
Right.
real ones, they'll support.
But
But
see,
you
it-
can't take that to heart, like, woo. But I'm just to say what you were saying, like, you should have just kept doing it.
Keep reinvesting in money, keep
That's why you gonna
flipping
win,
and
though.
flipping
That's
and
why you
flipping,
gonna
like
win, though.
until I can afford the
Get caught in what
goddamn,
niggas
you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
a lot of people gotta take their job as their business partner. They're their first business partner. Like they gonna invest in you. If they really investing in you if you do the right work with the money, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just like shit. Goddamn, it's how you look at it. It's all
Just
perspective.
don't make it no.
Yeah.
It's a
Perspective.
stepping stool. Everything we do in life is a stepping stool. So, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit building me up to do something great. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't about to. If I know I can't do that shit, I ain't about to do it. Like I know I ain't no trainer. Why the fuck I'm about to go and try to train some people? Nah, I'm doing this shit because you know what I'm saying. Like I know I can't do it. If I know I can't do podcasting, why would I get into podcast? That ain't some shit I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be able to. You gotta be a people person. You gotta be able to talk. You gotta be able to vibe with different people. If you can't do that shit, you doing this shit. This is just like you catch the trend. Like
just see the money.
it's shit where the shit that everybody doing right now. Everybody wanna be a rapper. Nigga, you can't rap, and you probably wanna tell nigga that because he might beat you up or something.
But
you
they
might,
don't.
Yeah.
If they don't see the
benefits of shit, like not even necessarily the benefit, because the benefit is something that helps you.
Right.
People just see the longevity of what can come of it. Like, damn, if I rap and I know this person went where I was at when I always like, oh man, I know I could do it. No,
But they see the perception.
Yeah, the
They see
perception.
the. I was gonna say they see the perception.
Perception
I've
of
had
it.
so many people who look at me and think like, oh my God, you're so rich, you must be rich, or like you own this, you own that, you own that, you that, and like that's why I said I harp on our people to know like how money actually moves and how money works. Like the best book I ever read in my entire life was A Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he going, yeah, that's oh good, you gonna like it. I read that shit in one day. The best book I ever read in my life, I read it in 2.5 hours. And he literally tell you, one, keep your job. Like, until you got money coming in, that's why I said, like, people think, like, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. So then they go, they sign some lease. When, first of all, people who get leases out there, you should get your first 2 months free all the time. Landlords are actually accommodated to that for corporations. You should never pay rent until you're actually selling business. When I opened my wine bar and my restaurant, I did not pay rent until I was actually open for business. So make sure you don't do that. So that's one
don't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So you never have to do that. But another thing too is just like you don't realize that like people just, that's one thing when I look back, like him encouraging me to quit my job and then he quit his job. One thing I wish is that we kept our jobs. It would have just made the process quicker, faster, smoother, or whatever. Like that's
coming in and doing like
I did go
exactly.
through a process where I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
And I seen that, like, man, I'm feeling bankrupt.
Me too.
Because I'm depending on my business to pay everything. you feel me?
Everything.
Like, but car note, rent, I'm gonna go broke, man. Like, I gotta have that money just go straight to re-end up on this, flipping it, and this money, I'm working for going
The
for
stress
the
will
car, you know
kill
what I'm
you.
saying?
The stress will
So,
kill you.
like,
That's
when
why I
I sit
said
there and
I
I'm
want
looking
to
at my
return.
family, I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, I can't do it. I can't afford it.
Now, especially when you got that family, sacrifice is awesome. You know what I'm saying? You're
I'm
gonna be
gonna
like,
get a job. I
Yeah.
ain't crying for it at all. You feel me?
Yeah, that just happened to me. I just took a big with my girl.
see, but I'm just saying, that business, that's what you gonna do, man. You
Oh, business always go up and down,
gonna
and
take
that's
law. Like,
Oh,
nigga,
yeah.
y'all
You
think we
gotta
making
be
something
ready
off
to
this?
take the law.
Don't be
That's
doing
why I
this
say,
shit for
like,
years.
even when
Yeah, why I
Kanye
say, like,
West, even though he may have said it wrong when he was on the Ellen show, he literally said, "Oh, I'm broke." And at the time, he was broke because he invested all that money into his products. He didn't have any liquid cash, so it was a gamble. If that shit didn't pop off, if Yeezy and shit like that didn't take it how it did with Adidas or whatever, he would have literally been out of all his fucking money. And people listen to him like, "Oh, well, you're a millionaire." Okay, he invested all his money. You understand? Like, when you invest your money, you don't have it anymore. You're gambling. My restaurant was a gamble. I put $75,000 into that I had. I don't got it no more. At this point, I'm gambling to hope that I get it back and then some. So it's just like, yeah, and people assume that you are just like, they gotta understand.
And that's why, and that pinpoint my whole shit. That was my whole answer for my biggest, like, where I went investing in. My biggest risk was investing in something I had no idea about. Heard it, seeing it sound good, boom, and just like, you know what? I need something to transpire and to do, because I need another outlet to bring this in. So it's like, you know what? Fuck it. And through my last little, fuck it, we're gonna try it. And I was so low with it going, and then when it came, and the shit been good money. It was like, off of risk, to just be like, yo, fuck it, let's just do it. Because I was so questionable. Yeah, it's like, yo, damn. I'm like, nah, and I'm trying to do it the best. Like, yo, let's go this route with it. Let's do this. And seeing them, it was just like, you know what? Fuck that. Call my mom up. She already had someone. We talked. It's like, yo, do this, da da da. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, let's go with it then. It is what it is. I gotta just trust in it and just put it in. And it did what it did, and it's.
And you don't have an answer if this shit gonna work out. It might not work out, and people get so embarrassed. People nowadays in Rochester, Rochester's, oh my goodness, she lost a restaurant. No, I actually came up on the restaurant, so I got rid of it. And that's what the thing is that I'm not like a public person. So
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's best to keep your fucking good to yourself.
And that's what I wanted.
People prey on you.
When I tell you, I didn't want anyone to know.
Nah, niggas just niggas hate to see you winning, so niggas be like, oh, nigga, you doing this shit this way. Well, I did it the hard way. Nigga, we all doing this shit the hard way. The shit that I'm doing, it's hard. I'm taking a risk every day. I take a risk every day. Fuck what everybody else talking about. I risk my shit every day, but I got kids, family, and all that shit. When you get up out the bed as a man, as a black man, you taking a risk. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. There ain't nothing given to us. You get what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this is a business we been running for like 3-4 years. We ain't made no resistance. I ain't made no income off this shit to pay my bills. So I gotta keep doing other shit until this shit do what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you got partners and you got homies and you got friends and shit like that, sometimes it's better to do business with people that got this like
same mentality.
Same mentality.
And understand where we're at.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I look at shit different. Like even like sometimes with my podcast, nigga might like, oh, this nigga Nate bugging. Nah, I be like, shit, if I'm invested in this shit and we ain't doing nothing with the shit that we invested in, why the fuck is we doing it then? We don't need this nigga here to take no pictures if we ain't using them. We don't need him to chop no shit up if we ain't using them. So I'm trying to cut down on my calls. This shit coming out of my pocket. It ain't coming out of Bad Boy or Def Jam or some shit like that. Nah, this is me and my cousin. You get what I'm saying?
You know, I can tell you as a female, like, that was like a struggle for me too, because a lot of the risks that my ex was taking at the time, I couldn't understand. Like, we got kids. Like, we don't need to do this. Like, I'm all about I'll help a nigga get to wherever you want to get to and do whatever it is that you want to do, but I don't need it to be fast. And I feel like that's where a lot of people fuck up is that they need it to be quick money. First of all, quick money is long. If you look at people who invest in real estate, it's a retirement plan. Unless you're flipping houses, and even then, you gotta be good at that shit. Unless you're flipping houses.
Everybody can't do that shit.
Exactly. But more importantly, real estate, if you own real estate, you're not making money right away.
Everybody want to get into that shit that they be like,
you're making money
I'm gonna flip a house, I'm gonna buy a house and flip it, and I'm gonna get the money. Nah, that shit don't go like that.
Exactly. And you end up spending more because then you got contractors, being the key word for contractors. And that's how it works. And it's just like when you invest in this money and stuff like that, and even real estate, like if you invest in real estate and you're smart, it's for you to retire. Of maybe $1 million or $2 in 10, 20, 30 years when you done paid them motherfuckers off. Until then, you're making what, $200-300 a house per month at that, with the rent being paid between the mortgage, especially with mortgage rates up. Like so it's not real money. Like it's whatever. But that's what I tell people all the time. Like you gotta know that when you start a business, I cannot stress enough. Like when you start a business, you are taking on a debt. You are taking on a debt. Any business that I have started, I took on a debt. And it's not until it begins to make a profit is it actually a business. Until then, it's just a fucking liability that you paying for. You got an extra month of rent, $21 a month of rent a month. Until it's actually making money, it's not a business. So you know,
that's a real shot of her.
Yeah,
It ain't a business. He's trying to make money out of that shit.
Until then, you just out here promoting shit. And it's like, woo, whatever. And obviously, that's what you gotta do. Marketing is very important. Advertising is important, but I think people just have the misconception of like everybody who does shit like this, and even people who look at your podcast or whatever, or even myself with the restaurant, it's just like, oh my god, and like y'all don't understand how many flows must not be, because it ain't that. And honestly, like I just did a thing where I gave like $500 to a woman entrepreneur. I plan to do it like every quarter or whatever as my give back or whatever, because the church been messing with me or whatever. So I just
don't let the church. Let the church get you. They want your 10%. They won't get.
Yeah, so I ain't
gonna lie. The church be on bullshit. They want your 10%. When you get fucked up, they gonna give you 10% to go get them tires fixed. I'm going that electric bill, man. The church be on bullshit, man. No disrespect to the church, but y'all need to do more. There's people out here that go to y'all churches that be fucked up. For real, I know people that can't get their tires.
I ain't gonna lie, my church, man, Word of Faith, them folks built some shit, right?
Shout out to Word of Faith. My boy give it.
I forgot what it's called, but it's right there.
You don't even know what it's called.
Six Flags, bro. It's the exit on Six Flags, man. They got a big ass. It's like a big ass, like it's like a bowling alley, basketball court, pool, like
for they people that go to that church.
Like they built that from the church fund, like. They been talking about. I'm talking about this one.
But churches, they don't pay taxes.
You a faithful church goer?
The pastor don't pay for anything.
Church is a non-profit organization.
Wait, do you realize that you pay for your pastor's house and stuff like that too? I mean, I'm a full believer in God, but you pay for your pastor's house, for their car, for everything.
First of all, church is a non-profit organization.
But I mean,
they get donations. They write them shits off. It's called a 501. It's a 501.
And let me tell you, everybody look for some grants out there. Last year, I got over 60K in grants. If you black and young, get a grant.
They was rolling for sure. They did. They was real active in the community. Like I can say that for them specifically. Like they did stuff that actually you could see it. Like. Okay, they gave scholarships, like they made like that other people use that, like it's open every day. Like and it's like
shout out to them. Most niggas
Word of Faith.
Yeah, Word of Faith.
Well, that's why I chose to get back in a different way.
I don't go now just because
I do like I had Little League football teams. I had them forever. You know what I'm saying? So that was my give back.
I can kind of see the like certain
people
things
act like
like
it says to get back to the church, but the Bible actually says to give back in general. But yeah, so anyway, but the point is to make sure you give back, so come back to you tenfold. Because if you don't give and you just hold all that shit in, and actually if you hold money, saving money, you don't make money by saving money. Obviously, I'm not saying don't have a savings account. It's very important, but
you have one, but you don't have one.
Yes, and you
need
to
deposit your money in the bank.
Split it. You got to save it. You got to check it.
And if you're smart, become tax season.
But once you put your money in the bank, they want your money straight out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's why if you go to your account at a certain time between 1 and 6, you can't get in there and do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Go on your bank account when you got a savings account and try to do something with your savings account at a certain time, man. Like that's what banks is doing, like trading and all that shit. So they forever. That's why they sign you up.
They're the biggest win.
But so I gotta ask you, man, because we gotta wrap this, man. What's your motivation? What keep you motivated?
Juliana Nicole Jackson.
Juju.
Yeah, Juju is my best kid ever in the world. So
your best kid? That's the only one.
I only got the one I got. Yeah, that's the only one I got. But even I don't know. Remember, I feel like if I had another one, she might still be my favorite. But who knows?
No, don't do it like that.
Then she might still be my favorite. But no, she's literally my best friend. And so that's what I do it for. Anything I do is that hopefully one day when she wants to get married, it's paid for. When she want to buy a house, it's paid for. When she want a car, it's paid for. When she goes to school, it's paid for.
That's what we do this shit for.
Yeah, that's literally what I do it for. Like I want to be able to hand her $100,000 $100,000 when she turned 18 and be like, here you go, it's yours, and that she got a
You go to
savings
school
account every
or
year.
you go invest into your business.
Yes, or
Uh-huh.
whatever she want to do with it. And hopefully
Yeah.
she do smart with it, cause
Right. That's
what's
real.
the
That's
goal.
dope. What about you, my boy? What's your motivation?
Family, same as her. I got 2 little ones.
Okay.
And I got an old lady too, so
Right.
you know, just a family legacy. Take
And
care of
the
them,
old
make
lady.
sure
And the
they
old
straight.
lady.
And the old lady.
Shout out to my old lady.
Yes, love an old lady.
Say, yeah, and I got an old lady. See? That's when you know you're in the South.
peas
they
in a
say.
pie.
And I got an old lady. That's what's up.
That shit crazy.
It's just like when you go in the internet.
I ain't gonna lie, when you become a family man, like I've been a family man for like the last 5-6 years, that shit be different. It ain't different. Cause you don't just think about you, like you don't think about all my shit be catered to like, I make sure my family good. So like if I catch a food stand there, take that bitch to the spot. You know what I'm saying? Anything you catch. It just gotta be about the family.
Been together 11 years, so it's just like now.
Oh yeah, it's time to marry now. It's time to
Yeah.
It's time calling your old lady and calling your giant.
Wife.
Yeah, right.
So it's just time to do it for the family, man.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean? Like, I lost my grandpa this
Rest
year,
in peace,
and just seeing what he left behind and shit, like a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? So I think on that, like shit, what I want to leave behind when I get out of here, like
Right.
who I want to be, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got 2 little boys, you know what I'm saying? So that hard enough.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
legacy is
saying?
important.
So it's just like
Legacy is
I gotta teach them different things. So in order to teach them things, I gotta be that example. So shit, that's my motivation, just being better every day.
For
with
sure.
my family, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. That's all.
What about you, my boy? What's your motivation? What keep you motivated?
Yeah, really, man, I'd say probably just leaving a legacy, like leaving an imprint where I know that once I'm gone, you know what I'm saying, it's something that represents me that's bigger than just when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that, you know what I'm saying, my family can really stand on and say, this is what he created, or this is what, even if it's not even something that I created, this is what I really, you know what I'm saying,
You was a part of something,
pioneered.
right?
Like, this is what I became by myself, or not even however it became, just something that really everybody can be like, you know what I'm saying, this is my family, this is him. Because I feel like that's really what everybody would want when you really think about it. You want something that, we thought we wanted something that we could own. We thought we wanted businesses, but we really didn't know that, you know what I'm saying, business was meant to be sold. So once we found that out, it's really like, now it's about leaving something that's bigger than you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so.
That's real. What about you, my boy Rich? I already know, man. What's your motivation for the week, man?
I got
Motivation for the week. Sanaa Monet Brunson. The biggest, the best, everything that ever happened to
in the
me.
world.
3 years old in the world. And it's just like, yo, this whole fast forward from Jersey to her birthday past to now, just seeing that transition of giving life to somebody else. And it's my love of that. Boys is different. Like you saying you got little boys, I can only imagine I had a little boy, but a little girl, she changed my whole life. Made me value women different. Perspective of women, just how that's my best friend. Like that's my home. When I say unconditional love, like that's the one who I sit with, talk to, chill with. That's my dog. Like that's the one. I don't care about what it is. This is what we doing. Like she said, I can't see no wrong. Even if it's a discipline thing, it's like even whatever. If I yell, she get mad. She'll say, "Yo, daddy, you was being mean." And I say, "Yo, come give me a hug." She pull up and hug like, "I love you too, nigga." Like you feel me? So that's my dog. So that's what I'm saying. So with that, like that's my motivation to keep me going. Like seeing that and giving life and having foundation and family is the biggest thing with me, regardless of anything like that. Creating that is powerful to me. Cause not having that and going through that is the biggest shit for me. And being valuable in my child life, like, oh, we ain't playing no games.
And like what you said though, that like that's probably the realest thing is that a lot of people think like we live in a material world, so outside of this, we all gonna die one day. It's just a fact. And when we do, none of this shit is literally going to matter. Every time I think about death, I think about like, what is she gonna be left with? Like, how is her life gonna be when I'm no longer here? And at the end of the day, like, we strive for things. Obviously, we're human, so we want successes. We want to be good. We want to have money. We want to go on trips and shit like that. But really, it's all about relationships. And like, I would literally do anything in the world for that little girl. Like, most people don't know. Like, when I like called off my engagement to my ex, I worked at the baseball field. I worked at a country club. I worked 3 jobs just to like take care of her. So it's just like.
That's why I say I don't jack. That's why I don't jack no mother saying that they can't provide or they can't spend time with their kid. As a mother, I don't see mom go above and beyond. Now, dad, yeah, he be on bullshit, and you know what I'm saying, that shit bad. But I know me, I'm built for a tougher mind. Like,
I'm
me
saying
and my
it's
daughter,
not
that's my
all
dog.
dads, and that's
what I'm saying.
bad.
Like,
It's
I'm
not all
a
dads.
I'm a great dad.
Put me in the Hall of Fame. You can really retire my jersey 2 years in. I'm 3 years in. Put my shit in the Raptors.
Emotional accountability, like, show still, like, but it's a boy, you know what I'm saying? So it's different, like, and to know, like, man, like, he 3, like, so, like, but he's so friendly, like, I know he gonna be judged as he get, cause he, like, he'll tell you, like, bro, you yell, why you yelling? You know what I'm saying? Like, he expresses it.
But that's
good because he's around love. That's what it's supposed to be like.
I just look at it like, damn, I got 2 little boys.
Yeah, your kid,
bro, I seen
bro,
the
I ain't gonna
son.
lie, bro. I tell you the illest shit, bro. Your kids got the cheat code, bro. When they got 2 parents come up in the house, that's a cheat code to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like,
Nah.
niggas be talking about that ain't it.
God, no,
And me and
that's
I just told these niggas last
the
week,
one.
boy. I told them niggas last week, bro. I have never, ever had a physical argument with my dad, bro. Never.
I stay with my dad. I got my that boy.
Never. Like, me and I'm a grown ass man, been in the street, talk shit to niggas under the sun. Me and my daddy have never, ever had one of these. Nigga, fuck you. No, nigga, fuck you. No, me and him ain't never been there.
I probably just had one last month. I'm grown as hell. I really had to tell him, like, you trying me. He like, what you mean? You my son. You can't tell me I'm trying.
Yeah, he probably want to whoop you.
I might be like, I'm a grown ass man. Like, you gotta understand, like, when I was younger, maybe you could do that.
See, I ain't never told my dad that. So I know that's how Gina, that's how like.
But I grew up with my mama and my dad.
You think you can take your daddy? Because I know a couple young niggas that thought my uncle, my little nephew, tried it with his daddy. So nigga, you can't take this nigga. You can't take this nigga back down.
Fill it out. I want to say, I ain't never told my dad that. If my dad hit me with he was gonna talk his shit. I was like, all right. I ain't never told my old man. Shit, boy, you trying me, boy.
Look, I might tell him, like, no, he might say something out of line, and then the last word he say might be like, son, nigga. I'm like, why did he say so much? I ain't myself. I'm like,
well, you gotta understand.
Then he said when he caught,
he won't never. Time out, y'all. He would never understand until we have a child. Like,
oh yeah. Was your dad around taking care of business though?
Yeah.
See, my dad was how to take care of me.
So he talking outside.
See, he trying to be.
That's like niggas trying to be on big homie.
You like me?
You like me? He wasn't.
So look, you like me, but it wasn't to the point where he said you raising your voice. It was to the point where he tried us on some whole other shit about we ain't do something because of what you felt was supposed to expect. But you ain't did shit for years, our whole life.
Man,
and we didn't. Me and Cub about to whoop his ass, and then my sister, it's her wedding, and she just looked at us like, Rich, please don't do this.
Man, we gotta stop saying that, man, because I be my dog, man. We was gonna whoop you.
But I'm gonna tell you right now,
I love my daddy. My daddy sit on my.
I was about to say,
I got a shrine for my daddy, bro. Like,
I was about to say,
he sit on my dresser. I wake up and see him.
My old man.
Regardless of it all, I love that nigga because regardless of his absence,
was the problem ever reciprocated to him?
Yeah, no, what? Was it reciprocated?
I mean,
Nigga told that nigga, but he knew what was going on.
Yeah,
he knew what was going on.
He
He just went through certain shit, and it takes certain times when it took for him to really be going and stories to understand him and have my own child to experience what it is to be a father. So it took me to understand my daddy. So I wish it would have happened. That's what I tell people.
Listen,
if you got a chance, talk to your people, bro.
I met my father when I was 7. I didn't see him until I was 8, and then I saw him again 3 years ago. What am I, 30? So I was 27. He reached out to me on Facebook. I met him when I was 7, didn't see him until I was 8. And he's a white man, but he got like 5 kids by Spanish and black bitches, so my papa was a Rolling Stone. But either way, he was outside. But when I tell you, like, you gotta be able to forgive because at the end of the day, that shit, when I look back, it's a burden. And when I look back, I said my life could have been worse with him in it. The shit that he put his other kids through, my life could have been worse with him in my life. So sometimes what you think is not working out for you, it is a blessing.
It should be a line for this shit, bro.
when we had like we really got a relationship when I was grown. You know what I'm saying? So like, if we didn't have that,
so you look at me like your homeboy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't see my dad in my life for so long.
Not even that. He's like,
grew up with my daddy in the house. Like that's the only thing I know. Like
Right,
mom and dad, like I'm
yeah.
coming home. So I kind of feel my daddy. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Like I gotta be right. You know what I'm
So-
saying.
so-
He always
so
told me
based
like
on that,
I don't
that's
give a
why
fuck what you doing. Like, but you gonna take care of your kids. So,
But that's how you
know
are
what
the
I'm
how
father
you
you
raising
are.
yours, how you
Yeah, I'm gonna
raising
say
yours.
that.
Your woman
And I
do
just
that.
look at them like I
Yeah.
take care of them like I talk to them like my daddy talk to me. You
Right,
feel me?
yeah,
Like
that's
I kind of see.
I want to say like me and my
dad
dad ain't never
and
been
it's
there.
crazy cause me and Big, that my dog. Like,
Right.
like that one of my big, like best friends. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Goddamn, him and my dad have the same birthday. You know what I'm saying? That ironic. You know what I'm
Boy,
saying?
daddy
Like,
for real.
Nah, get your ass out. They do, man. Get your
but
ass
nah,
out.
he'll talk to my daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll goddamn like.
But you
Yeah.
see,
I
like
didn't
you
even
said,
know
you
what
see
OG
why people
say.
do what they do. Like you understand better what they were going through. I can't say that my life is easy. I made every perfect decision. So when I look at my father and look at my mother and the decisions that they made, I was like, you have a better understanding. Like, damn, I see what position they was in and why they did what they
That's
did.
the thing. What helped me just seeing like, damn.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Nigga
To
tell
this,
me.
like, even
That
not
shit
just
wild.
not the cuddle. Like, my daddy so much of a G. Like, I ain't never heard my dad say he would call me and tell me fucked up or none of that. He won't even tell me that. Like, it gotta be me on some like trying to fill him out. Like that's why I say that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Like me and this nigga dealing like the same person. Like, cause I know when I done been in fucked up one, I'm like, boy, this some shit my papa did. Like nobody don't know what's going on. I said,
The
yeah.
other day he said, man, you sound just like me, son.
Yeah, for real.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's why I say I fuck with my dad. That's why I'm dope. Like, you
That
know what I'm
shit
saying? Like,
beautiful, bro.
It
I watch my
is
dad
beautiful.
raise. I watch my dad
Beautiful,
raise
son.
his
Niggas
kids, like, you
understand
know what I'm
that shit.
saying,
That
and
shit
other
beautiful,
people's
son.
kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's how dope I remember that shit. So it's just different, bro.
But no,
That
that's
shit
beautiful.
beautiful,
Like
bro.
my
They
daughter.
be chilling with
Yeah,
your
what
man.
your husband
Yeah,
said?
Chilling with your
like,
old
I
man. That
wish
nigga look at
she
you
had
and say,
that.
"Why you just like me?"
She says, all
See,
right.
I call my
My
dad
daddy,
like, shit,
I pull up on my
the
daddy,
finals
smoke.
coming.
Nah,
out,
see,
I
that ain't
pull
it.
up, you
See,
feel me?
me and my dad ain't never smoked together. None of that. I gotta understand. We got a real, like, we don't got no hood nigga, no type of bond like that. I got respect for him. Yeah, play gamble with him. That's it. But we ain't putting up the smoking nothing. Cause I
I
don't
ain't
smoke.
gonna lie though.
My dad-
I sit there drinking shit.
I was
Right?
gonna
What I'm
say,
saying.
I'm very honest. Well, my
That's
father
the
was in my
same
life, but
thing.
I'm very honest with my mom. Like when I started having
No, my
sex,
mom,
I
that's my
started-
OG now. My
Yeah, I
mom
smoke
ready
with
to
my
lit.
mom,
I
my
was
dad,
saying, I'm very
you know what I'm
like.
saying?
My mama ready right now to put a play together
But
right
I think
now.
it's
Like,
really
I'm
crazy.
busy.
I think
We're
it's
ready
more
to put a
freely
play together
done
right
with
now.
your mama, cause your
Yeah.
daddy, like when growing up, your daddy gotta be the
My
big
dad just,
man.
my dad, see, my
You
dad
know
just
what I'm
been,
saying?
like when I was growing up, my
like,
dad could
little
walk in the
boys,
house
like
and,
they get away with anything with their mama. Like
Right.
she more lenient, she they mama. Like
Right.
I love you, so cute. Me, I'm like, boy, whoop whoop. Like
Yeah.
man, I look like the meme. You know what I'm saying?
But now, you know
what
that,
I'm
I'm a
saying? But
villain.
I gotta be the
but this
disciplinary.
is like my daughter
when
love
you go
me.
out in the real world, it's gonna be some. I don't want you to have.
Because
to
when
face
you're a
all
villain,
that,
you're a
you know
villain
what
from
saying?
love.
I'm a
Kids
villain,
can
but I'm a
tell
villain.
it's
I'm
a
only the
place of
villain
love.
which I know she going to the point. She pushing it. My daughter is push the button.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Natalie. My daughter got to see like, you said don't touch it. Man, fuck that. Man. See that shit. Like,
Yeah.
That's Natalie. That's my daughter. So she got to push the button.
that kid.
So her mom let her get away with all that shit. Me, I'm like, man, this is tell you don't do that
Yeah,
shit.
that's how I am.
You know,
And then
like
I
that.
get mad. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm
I be
like,
feeling guilty. I ever felt guilty when you chastise your cat.
Yeah.
So Juju ain't never had
Cause
a
I got a
husband.
girl. I got a girl.
I
I'm
got
not
a
a
girl
girl.
too, and I'm like,
It ain't no
I got
boy,
a
so
boy.
it's different.
But
Yeah.
when I yell
I
at
thump him. I
her,
don't whoop him. I just thump him. You feel me? Like,
See,
get
I
your
don't pop
hand
that
out.
ass.
You feel me? Like,
I yell and
And
she
I
bursts
talk
into
to him,
tears.
I
But
talk to
man,
him.
I
look,
yell
man,
and
we
she
got to
be
wrap it up,
crying.
man.
Okay.
We had a good time with y'all. Y'all can't go
That's right.
nowhere. I'll take some pictures, man. We're gonna feed y'all all that
Yeah,
shit,
good
man.
food.
Show, man.
So,
Appreciate y'all.
so man, look, man, you gotta tell them your IG, tell them where they can find you at.
Banai, BNAI _.
Okay, y'all look her up, man. She doing not. I
I'm
need to
private,
look-
so you
And
gotta
she gonna be here
request
real
me.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move to the
Real
A.
soon, yeah, facts.
That's what's
I
up.
could be a co-host. I'm dead.
Yeah, okay, look. Let's get in. Let's get in the dough. Go ahead, my boy. Sign yourself. Tell me your IG where they can find your music at, your clothes, all that shit, my boy.
Man, go search that album on all platforms. Danny Hill, one word.
I got to, 'cause
Two
I ain't
P's
even know you
apparel.
rap.
2 P's in the pub.
This nigga.
Shop 2 P's Apparel Co. Man, go on that website. Remember, comparison kills happiness. Perception is never reality. At the end of the day,
Never.
that's different.
Heard you.
Then we
Heard you. Okay, talk your shit, nigga.
What is Carver
I buy
nigga?
all
Look.
this merch, nigga. Ain't none of that.
And
This
then-
nigga
Oh,
crazy.
we all
That's
wrestling
true.
demons. The
Perceptions
new
of
collection
reality.
coming out July 23rd, man. Y'all be on the lookout for that.
What is it called?
Second piece of my collection. We all wrestling demons. I'm expanding on the brand. I started off with just
the initial logo, just branding it, getting it in people's faces. But now I'm expanding on the brand, letting people know how we all 2P, like why we comparing ourselves to each other. So I just went with the, you know, the side that I feel like people gravitate to first because
really
I'm coming with.
Danny like a little poet.
Yeah.
You say more proof 2 P's and 2 P's of the pot.
Yeah.
And then you know, how about that girl keep you hungry? You like, yeah. I see the peas in the pot. The pot got the peas. The peas on this way.
If I keep coming with the 2 positive stuff, like I know how.
He said he artist.
So I came with like the we all wrestling demons.
You already sound like J. Cole.
Why you comparing yourself to this person? We all got our inner problem. Whatever you may interpret as a demon, we all wrestling them. So be on the lookout for that, man. Brawl for it, all the t-shirt, man. New merch dropping soon. I got a single coming out, Daddy Duties.
I need that.
Okay.
That's what I've been on all my.
For that, man. Go get that album. Shop 2 P's of Paraco. Lady Love, Danny Cool on all platforms, man.
There you go.
Lady Love, Danny Cool.
Yeah.
I see why.
Yeah, man. Sign yourself out, man. Tell me your IG where they can find you at,
what I'm
man.
supposed to say.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, shit.
I love that. Staying that consistent, man. You know what I'm saying? My man just said all he need to say about the 2 P's, man. You know what I'm saying? Big ear hustling for man. You know what I'm saying? We got big things coming.
He managing that too, though.
It's big things coming for sure. You know what I'm saying? We just staying consistent for sure. That's why it's the plug.
Gonna be putting together a pop-up shop real soon.
Yeah, let us know.
I got a lot of that merch too, though. I just had.
I ain't getting that. He make nothing for the big
I had the
ones.
2 P's on the pod hat on the last episode. Episode 129. You know, I love the black. I do that. You know,
I'm tired of my black niggas. They making me get mad, man. I wear my black nigga clothes though, cause they come through. Most time you pop up on them right there, you get your shit right there.
Man, no such thing as a life that greater than yours, man. Enjoy this shit. Be grateful for what you got.
This man was a pimp.
Literally, be grateful. Thank you.
Oh yeah, he got you in the white tee, so he ain't get big, no shit neither.
I put big in the 2P too, but
that nigga said you 2B, nigga 2B.
He want you to keep giving it to him for the free. You gotta support your homeboy, man. Hey, look, I support you, my boy. I skip down.
I got 2X, all
Nate,
that, man.
Hey, look, I need a short set for I'm going down to goddamn Florida in a couple days.
Ask this nigga right now. Before the wrestling demon shit drop, what I say, shit, bring him aside, nigga. Like, shit, I can't get it right now.
He want you to
He
skip
say he
down,
can't get.
my boy.
I got the 2X. I got 2.
You brought some merch with you?
This is new.
I got some merch.
This is new.
I didn't see it.
Nigga, that's not saying something about that. Nigga ain't been saying that.
That's what it is, man. Well, y'all already know, man. This Fat Nasty Podcast, man. I don't want to have the belly game, boys.
Put my belly on.
We signing out.